All right, so we're back with episode 11, and today we have a very special guest, Verf. Verf is a YouTuber who does primarily RuneScape content on the internet. Lonnie is very excited about this. Lonnie's a big RuneScape fan, and he's been a viewer of ours for a long time, and we decided to reach out to him and have him on. So thanks for coming on, Verf. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Awesome.
Yes. So go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm interrupting already. I'm going to probably do that a lot.
You're good, dude.
But I just want to I'm going to go back in time. This is probably, I don't know how long it's been. Verf, how long you been watching my channel? I don't even know. Like,
I believe it's 2018.
Wow. So from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So I still remember the day that you like commented on a video, or maybe you were in a live chat. I don't know. And I looked, I clicked just every now and then. I'll click on a username or whatever and see. And I saw it like, oh my God, this dude is a rune. He's got this like it wasn't as big back then, I don't think, but he's like a RuneScape video creator, and he watches me, and I was just, and then ever since then. Verf will drop in and say hello every now and then in a video, and then I'll do the same. I'll see Verf streaming.
I've seen streams before, yeah.
And I'll drop in and I'll say, "Hey Verf, what's up?" And he'll say, "Hey" back or whatever. And then it's just been like 5 years, and yeah, dude, thanks so much for doing this.
And then you dropped a comment on one of the podcast shows. And I think I messaged you on there, basically inviting you on the show. So that was cool. Yeah. So I appreciate you watching us, dude.
So like a backstory. I found one of Lonnie's garage flips videos, and those went viral back then. I think they were very popular. So I think I saw one on the homepage, clicked on it, and then binge watched like everything. And then I found Ryan shortly after because he had similar content. I was also doing those videos.
Yep.
So
that's crazy.
This is interesting to me because a lot of times I'll meet, and I'm sure you have the same experience. I'm calling you Verf. Verf, okay. Would you like to introduce yourself with your like actual name?
Right. Yeah. So my real life name is Yellow.
Wait, how you say that?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty difficult name to pronounce for English people.
But it starts with a J, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jelle.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you probably had this too. Like you'll be out and about, and somebody will come up to you. I love your videos. I'll watch you all the time. And then the way they're looking at you is a little weird sometimes. Well, I think anyway, not you, but because it's like they know you, but you don't know anything about them because it's a one-way relationship.
Right.
And in this case, I've watched Verf for just a lot of hours, and Verf has watched me for a lot of hours. So we both have this one-way relationship that never met.
Yeah, never met until
like had a conversation, basically. Yeah,
right. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you get recognized a lot by people in public, Verf?
I would say like maybe twice a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I would have thought it would have been more than that. No,
like my biggest part of my audience is from US and Canada. I would say like 50%. And I live in the Netherlands, and maybe like I would say 10% of my viewers are Dutch. So like occasionally, and it's always in very random places like restaurants or I was in Disneyland Paris once, and there's a lot of people there, right? So I feel like places like that, I have a bigger chance of finding someone that knows me because it's like a big public place.
Well, that's true because Ryan's shifted to food content. So he'll be recognized sometime. Well, he's recognized everywhere, but like I do garage sales, estate sales, and like I get recognized quite often at garage sales and estate sales.
Are people running the sales?
By them and by other shoppers that watch our channel. We've kind of trained them how to compete with us to make it, because it was too easy. So I started making videos about it, and now it's a little more challenging with like
direct competitors.
That's right.
I have a question. In the Netherlands, do they have garage sales or yard sales there at all? Because I know in like the UK they have the car boot sale thing.
Not really,
But
like not like how you guys have it. Not like in
okay.
front of the porch, just kind of like. So funny story. Every few weeks, I bring my mom to like a local market, and I help her set it up. And she sells her
Oh,
own
Oh,
stuff. Like she makes like cards and uh, yeah, like all kinds of creative stuff, and she sells it on the markets, and I help her set it up. And those markets, people sell like everything, but that's why I feel like reselling is kind of hard because I always see a few people really early walk around, kind of like hunt for good stuff, I think. But there's rarely, in my opinion, not that good of stuff. So like, I feel like it's really hard to find good items here. And it's not hard to sell something here too, because there's something called Marktplaats. It's basically the Dutch eBay, like a
oh,
platform where people sell, and it's very easy to sell stuff. Just if you want to casually sell something from your house, you just go on the website, put it on there, and you can sell to people. So and I think people, a lot of people do it. But yeah,
so
reselling.
people would be a lot more likely to sell on that platform than say like eBay. Is
Yeah,
that accurate?
yeah, I think that platform here is basically your eBay. I think people
Okay.
maybe use eBay here, but I think it's pretty rare, and shipping is probably way more complicated.
Oh
mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but Marktplaats is a big platform here. Like a lot of people do buy and sell on it.
Is it local pickup only, or is there shipping involved
Everything.
on that?
It's
Okay,
everything.
so, okay,
Yeah, you can basically say like, oh, you only pick up or send it, and then the buyer pays for the shipping usually. So
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. Makes sense. Wow.
Well, let's. Can we back up a bit and like I don't know. What is your like? How did you even get started playing the game? Like, how old were you? And like, yeah, give us your backstory, I guess.
How
Yeah,
old are you, by the way, right now?
Yeah, sure.
I'm 31.
Okay.
Okay, so we're the same age. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I started playing when I was like, I think I was like 10, probably. I think it was 2005. So I don't exactly know. I was around that age.
Okay.
I started playing in school because it was a very popular game in school. Everybody played it on the school computers. That's how
Mhm.
I got to know the game, and I basically didn't stop playing since. So I played that.
Wow.
I always played that game, and then I think when I was 15, I started making videos for the first time on YouTube.
Mm,
I always made videos about the game. Um, and then the current version of the game was re-released in 2013. That's where the popularity spiked again, and I started playing that again and started making videos. And I was studying during the time,
mm,
and during my study, I was also playing, of course, and made videos like as a hobby always. And then
Mhm.
after I finished studying, I decided to try full time, and we are here right now, basically.
Wait, so you finished I guess y'all call it university, school,
Yeah,
college,
I did.
whatever.
I did a bachelor in communication and media design. I mostly focus on editing, animating, did some web design, brand design. Yeah, that was basically
Makes
what I
sense.
studied. Yeah.
So
So
when
it
you
was very fitting as well.
when you were in school, were you always kind of planning on that, on
No,
being no?
no, I always did it as a hobby. I just like to make videos.
And
And
so
then
you
like, so funny story, when I did my last internship, someone actually from that company told me like, why don't you try it full time? Like, do your thing and see how it goes. And I was like, nah, I'm too small. It's never gonna work. And I was like kind of laughing at him. But then after I finished, I was kind of thinking, maybe I should try it. And then yeah, I did try it, and it worked out in the end. So
So did you have a job for a while that you were working full time
um,
before, or no? You just went out of college and kind of
so
did some interns.
from age 15 to 22, I did a dishwashing side job for like
Okay.
some years. That's like the only like other job I had basically.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah.
So you said what was your degree again that you got?
It's called communication and media design.
Okay. Do you design your thumbnails?
I used to, but I don't right now. I have a
Okay,
guy
because I
that
was gonna
makes them for
say
me.
that would make a lot
Yeah,
of sense because your
I
thumbnails
did.
are
I
really
did
good.
for like, yeah, I did for like 5 years or something.
Yep.
But then another guy, I mean, he does it way better than me, and I save time. So yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense
I
because
still do all
those.
the editing though. I would never hire an editor.
So you edit all
ah
your videos.
I do edit all my videos and do the design stuff in the videos. I don't want to have an editor or anything like that. Never.
I don't blame you because I remember when I was doing, the reselling content full time, or not full time, back when I was doing it, part time. I thought to myself, I was like, man, it would be so nice to have an editor, but giving up that creative control because you have your own way of editing the video that you like and that also works. That's hard to give up to someone else. So I totally get it. I don't blame you at all for plus
like the audio, right? There needs to be my audio in the video and a guy can't edit that for me. So I need to
that's right. You do a lot of
anyways. Yeah.
Voiceover.
So,
makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. Yeah. But
it's really important for you too that you control your voice because obviously my channel's a lot smaller, but I do feel like we share a common trait. Like I believe that Verf and Shed Flips are both kind of comfort watches. I think I used that term with you yesterday, where people just really like it's cozy, it's relaxing. A lot of I find a lot of people just like it's real chill, and like
I just put it in the back when I'm like playing
the
game or like I'm just listening and just having a good time. I just sit back and enjoy. Yeah.
And that vibe, that whole vibe matters.
Yeah.
And you could bring somebody in that, okay, I want you to edit all this up, and they put in all kind of crazy stuff, and it would could kill your whole vibe.
I think like the way your editing style, like very simplistic and just talking and like pulling like orders and stuff, I find it really relaxing to watch. And same with the garage videos. Like there's no editing. It's like a raw recording of you doing stuff. I really enjoy that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And so Ryan had those same exact videos, so that's why I also watched all of them because it's the same style.
Right. Ryan's a much better editor. Ryan's production level is like super high.
That's something I wanted to ask you too. So you do not only YouTube, but you're also on Twitch, right?
Right. Yeah. Streaming. Yeah.
So how does that work? Do you have I guess it's a two-part question. Like you have these video ideas, right? Which I'm assuming the videos probably take quite a bit of time to make.
Yeah.
Is that
weeks
true?
The average hours, I believe, per video I upload is around like 200-300 or something like that.
Whoa. Wow.
Like the amount of in-game progress it requires before I usually make a video. That's kind of my branding as well. I do very long-term goals that not a lot of people do. People find
very
it interesting
smart
to watch. Yeah. So usually, like I kind of know what I'm working on in-game, and then I stream it to kind of pass the time. And instead of watching like YouTube or a show on the side, I stream. Basically, that's like why I started streaming.
That makes sense. So you're, monetizing basically also the process of making the video.
Right.
So, yeah, that's awesome. Very smart.
Yeah. And it's fun for me as well.
I do this I do something very similar. I have a packing channel. I don't know if you watch that or not.
Yeah, I watch those videos.
And that's the same thing for me. Is it like if it was just a matter of like I would not make those packing videos unless I was already going to be, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't make those special, but I'm already doing it. All we got to do is turn the camera on.
Doesn't require too much extra time.
And very, very little. Like basically,
you used to combine those things in one video, right? Like packing, pulling, everything. Talk about it.
Yeah, so, occasionally. I didn't film the packing very often, but occasionally. And now I have kind of separated in. Since I'm an old man now, sometimes I forget whether I'm saying something on. Like, look, I am an old man because I started playing RuneScape around the same time you did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I was back then. I was the age you are now,
right?
So you were a kid playing, and I was like a 32-year-old man or whatever.
Did Ryan? Did you ever play RuneScape?
I did. I didn't. I never got into it. I remember going over my friend's house back in the day. Like I'd always go over there, and he was big into RuneScape, and I would watch him play.
Right.
Like that's my memories with RuneScape. I loved watching it, but like I never played myself or anything like that. But yeah. So
I actually had a question for you both. At what age, like, when did you guys got into reselling? Like, when did it like got interesting, or, yeah, I was wondering.
so for me, I got into it in like 2018. So I would have been like 23-ish.
Like
And
right before COVID.
yeah, shortly before COVID. I got into it because my wife and I were cleaning out a house. We had this job to clean out a house, and there's a bunch of stuff in the house that was like valuable, worth money. And I'm like, why don't we try selling this stuff on eBay? See what happens. So I started watching YouTube videos about it, and I started doing it that way. I started selling, and we were having fun doing it, and that expanded into, going to garage sales and going to thrift stores and finding stuff. Back then it was a lot different. It was a lot easier to find good stuff versus what it's like now, and in thrift stores especially.
And the videos, like, when did you start with the videos?
So we started shortly after. I think we started doing videos the beginning of 2019.
Okay.
So I was like, this is really cool. Because I was already, like I said, I was already watching YouTubers that were in the space before, and I was like, I kind of want to try this. So we decided to jump in, and it ended up that morphed into, originally it wasn't even, we were just doing reselling content, like what we found at thrift stores, what we were selling, that kind of thing. And then it kind of morphed into the garage sale content, because the garage sale content really took off that year. The spring of 2019 is when it started. Yeah. One of our friends, Justin, he was basically the first one to put a camera on.
He wasn't first. Like
right. Yeah.
And the only reason I'm stopping you is because Pete, the Craigslist hunter, is the first one I know, and he's probably going to watch this. So Pete was first.
You're right. It was Pete.
He did like the early dumpster diving videos. Right. I watched those as well.
Yep. But as far as like the little GoPro, I guess the GoPro, right? Justin was the first to wear a GoPro. I could be wrong again.
No,
he wasn't.
No. And look,
did
dude,
Pete?
I would not bust your balls about this, except that I know Pete is going to watch this, and I know Pete was first.
Wait,
I thought he said he had a big camera.
He did.
He was carrying around a. Oh, he did.
He did it both ways, and prior to Justin, but he only did it a couple of times.
Okay. Anyway, doesn't really matter. That's when the garage sale, like I was saying, when the garage sale content took off, and the channel kind of morphed into, the garage sale channel, really. So I forget what we were talking about, or why we got on that subject.
No, he asked me. He asked you how, like,
how I got into it. Yeah. So that's basically the short form story.
Okay. And then Lonnie.
I can answer it really. I'm going to try and talk fast because I've said this before. No, not recently though. But at the time, I was a poker dealer.
Okay.
And I was in the casino industry for a long time. I dealt craps, blackjack, and then eventually I got into dealing poker whenever Texas Hold'em got big here in the States. I don't know if you remember that or not, if you're familiar.
I have heard about it, yeah.
Okay, so I was dealing poker. Money was great, all that. And then our poker room closed, and I was in need of a job. I was out of work. So I got a job with Apple. And they sent me an iMac, and I was doing basically tech support for Apple from home. I was working from home, and it sucked. It really sucked because everybody that called me, they had a problem, And I did end up doing some, like, I was in a manager role. I ended up making it up to that. But then after a year, I found a big cart of robots one day downtown. They have like a downtown area in our little town where they have antique stores and stuff. Right. And there was a cart full of educational robots, like robot arms, and you could program and whatnot. And I bought, it was so cool to me because I was into robotics and electronics and things. It was so interesting to me. I had never been to a garage sale or a thrift store or an estate sale in my life at that point. And that was in 2015. Never been to any of these. And I started looking these robots up, and finally I was like, you know what? I got to buy these. I paid like $200 for them. and I ended up making about $2,000. It was the first time.
Wow.
I mean, I had flips. I had bought and sold before on eBay, but I'd never bought. I'd never gone out like purposely at like yard sales and thrift stores and stuff to do it. I'd gone to like auctions or stuff I had around the house, or I did try some wholesale for a while, but I'd never done it like I do it now. So I made the $2,000, and I hated my job. I did. It stressed me out. Yeah. It stressed me out, man. Like I was anxious all the time because I was always concerned. It was weird, man. I've got a weird head sometimes. I was always concerned the next call I wasn't going to know how to fix. And it's really strange because I was pretty good at my job, but I was always worried about that. And
but not only that, like anybody that calls you is not going to be in a good mood either. So that's another layer.
No,
like it's not fun talking to these people. Yeah.
And then Apple is a good company, but well, in a lot of ways anyways, but they put a lot of pressure on the metrics. They like the metrics of our performance. It was like, so I had pressure. I constantly felt pressure from both sides. And then I make that $2,000 just by flipping some stuff. And then I'm like, well, you know what? let me see if I can get more stuff. So I went to my first couple of garage sales. I flipped some stuff there. And then one day I had a really bad day at work and I quit. I quit. And Candace came home from work that day. And I was sitting on the sofa watching TV. And she goes, I thought you were working. And I'm like, I quit. And she goes,
she was like, what?
No, she knows how I am and how impulsive I can be. And she's you know what she said? She said, I thought you might.
Wow. That's good.
And she wasn't super happy. And to be honest, the first I would say year, after the first year, I almost had to quit. I was not good at it. I didn't have the knowledge.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody starts out somewhere, I guess.
Yeah. And like I had a lot of
always seem to know like a lot, like when you go like to garage sales or whatever, you guys always seem so knowledgeable about everything, but that's built up over the years then, you know, that's doesn't just from experience. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I had a ton of pressure too from family, especially her family. You know, her parents kept waiting for me to get a real job again. You know, and her dad was like, hey, I might be able to get you on at this place at the chemical plant. And, you know, he had connections at like Shell Chemical and things. And and then YouTube happened and I started getting better and, you know, everything worked out. But yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. That wasn't so fast.
It sounds like you wanted to have control of your own like life and time and all that stuff. Because, you know,
isn't that a novel idea?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Right? Yeah. That's cool.
Well, you've kind of done the same thing. You have taken a game that you loved to play as a child and turned it into your full-time occupation, right?
Yeah, and it was also definitely a risk at the start. Because I told my wife, I was like, I'm gonna do this, and you know, if it doesn't work out, I'll figure something out. But I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. And yeah, I mean, very fortunate that it worked out, but it was definitely a risk as well at the start.
Were you making full-time, like by the time you got out of school, were you already making like full-time income level type thing? Because I know you probably didn't have to make that right away. Yeah.
No, I was not making that much at the start. And I think when I went full-time, I had around like 18 or 20,000 subscribers, which is crazy to think about. Wow. Like that, I would never, if I would see myself back in the day do that, I would be asking you like, are you crazy? Like that's not very sustainable at all, you know, with those numbers. But yeah, it worked out.
Well, you must have believed in yourself and known that
I put in a lot of hours at the start. Like from the start, I fully believed in myself and just put in a lot of hours, and I think probably that's why it worked as well.
Well, you were also you said you were married at that point already too?
I married 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
But
you've been married.
were you with the same? You were with
Yeah.
your wife?
I've been with
at the
her
time?
for almost 11 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if I didn't know if you were married when you made that decision, but you would have been like pretty young then. So
Yeah.
okay. I got you. So, but I mean, when you're young, that's the great thing about being that age is
Mm.
you can afford, like, okay, let's say parallel universe Verf gives that a shot, falls flat on his face, it doesn't work out, and then he has to go rely on his degree and get a job.
Right. That
You
was
know,
basically what I was thinking. So, you can take risks. Yeah.
especially at that age.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's
Was
awesome.
there much of like a acceleration curve, or was it pretty instant that you really started to take off, or did it take a while to really gain traction to where it was like, I can definitely make this work? How long did it take till you had that answer?
So at the time, I was actually playing an account that was really popular, and that's probably why I made that choice as well, because the videos were already doing really well. But back then, like, it was just way harder to make an income of just YouTube because it was basically only ad revenue, and that was very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But like as time went on, like most RuneScape YouTubers nowadays actually have a management team, a manager that does like sponsorships and all kinds of stuff. So that made it possible for a lot more people. And when that started, people started taking off basically because they could put all their time in it and rely on those like sponsorships and stuff.
That's actually something I had written down here was, do you take a lot of sponsor deals, or are you? Yeah.
I do. Mm-hmm.
I approve of your current sponsor, by the way. I saw that I did do boot.dev for a while myself.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it is. So you've done it as well. You've taken the.
Yeah, I've done some of the because I got the code from them, so I tested it out myself to see. There, I have to say there are a lot of different sponsorships, and I've seen a lot of like Reddit posts and videos about people making videos about sponsorships. So I am pretty picky when it comes to sponsors, I have to say. I definitely don't take all of them.
Smart.
Yeah. Boot.dev, Ryan, if you're not familiar.
I'm not. Yeah.
It's a website. It's really a cool idea. They teach programming. Like you can learn Python.
Oh,
And
okay.
I don't know all the I can't remember all the languages they do there, but basically like computer languages or computer programming.
Teaches you to like code and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like Linux administration.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They do it in like a gamifying way. With like you get like XP, there's high scores, and it makes it more fun to learn that way. Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome because you level up and you have like quests and you have like if you run into trouble, there's this little wizard, like a bear wizard guy or something that'll help you out. He's like AI,
That's cool.
So
it's not like a set like curriculum sort of thing. It's more gamified and like.
It is. No, it's a set curriculum.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it is. But then. Like it works out really good. And I've also seen you do like some of the food stuff before, I think, Verf, in the past.
Yeah, HelloFresh, for example.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I took a HelloFresh deal a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they were pretty big into sponsoring. You usually see those companies go in waves with YouTube partnerships, and you see like every YouTuber take certain sponsors for a period of time, and HelloFresh is the really big one. Like they are kind of crazy on marketing, to be honest. Like they're very aggressive on marketing. But I think YouTube influencer marketing is so effective for companies, I feel, compared to like the traditional ways like TV. It's like, it's from what I've heard, the companies, benefit way more from doing marketing with YouTubers.
It makes sense if you think about it, because like, you have a company that shows an ad on like a TV show, right? Most people aren't paying attention or care as soon as the TV show turns off. But if you have an influencer, somebody who people like really look up to, they respect, they like, whatever that influencer says, they're probably going to take way more to heart than just seeing a random ad on TV. So it really is genius. And they probably get way more ROI on their investment doing it that way. It's probably not even close.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's been my experience. Like I don't do anything hardly, but anything I have ever recommended, like like I'm like you, Verf. I'm very, very picky, and like the worst thing for me would be to recommend things to people, and they do it, and then they're dissatisfied. I would take that personally. I would feel like I personally let them down, even though it was some other company that did it. You know, I deal with this.
There's also just tons of like, you know, companies that want to promote things like gambling, alcohol, like there's so many of those as well, and it's so like I think it's pretty toxic. So yeah, no,
Right.
never touching that stuff.
As a matter of fact, it's funny you bring up gambling because I've already mentioned gambling as far as like what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I haven't actually, I've very rarely stepped foot in a casino since then, but they just got rid, Ryan, there's two. Okay. So Verf, you mentioned in 2013, the old school RuneScape.
Yeah.
Just before that, there was a fork, Ryan. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here, but you know, maybe Verf, you should describe what happened there because I think you know what I'm talking about.
To RuneScape?
Yeah, you know, like why we have RS3 and why we have we have two different games.
Basically, the old RuneScape that everybody played, at some point they did an update to it that made the game completely different, and basically everybody stopped playing. So they kind of ruined their own game. And then for a few years, like a lot of the players dropped off to crazy low numbers. And then in 2013, they re-released the 2007 version, and they put a whole team on it with like moderators and people. They took feedback from people. It was really great, and it's still really great. Like there's not a lot of games that do it this way, and it's smart. And that's basically when the game grew to like record numbers. Like to this day, there's record numbers since like back in the day. So yeah, that's kind of what happened.
And here's the thing. Here's where Verf and I kind of diverge, is because Verf went the old school RuneScape route. Lonnie said, no, I'm stubborn. I'm sticking with. So I still play RuneScape 3 to this day. I play the original game, but I used to log in. I'm going to try not to say too much about this. I used to log in and pretty much I do my daily challenges, and you get some keys, right? They give you keys when you complete these challenges. And then I would be able to go play. They have gambling, or they did.
Oh, yeah.
In RuneScape 3, they had gambling. Old school did not have gambling. Okay. Yep. You would earn keys in game, and then you would use the keys to unlock these chests, and it actually even looks like a slot machine. Okay.
It's like,
wow.
Yeah. They used to call it. It is. They used to call it Squeal of Fortune.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
They would make it like really appealing to children to gamble. Yeah. You know, basically.
Yikes.
And
they did recently remove some of that stuff, though.
They did.
Have you heard about that?
Oh, absolutely, I have, and that's why this is kind of timely, because I used to actually enjoy the gambling aspect because I would do my challenges. I wouldn't actually like pay money to gamble,
right?
But they would give you the keys, and then you would get to gamble with your keys for free. And then, you know, I would get like, you know, different power. I'll just call them power ups. Okay. They were like experience lamps and bonus XP and, you know, all that. So I'll be honest, I kind of dug that a little bit. And that's not really in the spirit of what Verf does at all.
Right.
Not even a little bit.
It's true. But I know it was a really big part of that game, of RuneScape 3.
It was. Yeah. But basically RuneScape 3 had what would you say still does about 10% of the population of old school, would you say, something like that?
I honestly don't know. It's probably not more than 10 or 20%. Yeah.
That's how much bigger old school is. So I'm playing, like, in any time I mention to anyone else that I play RuneScape, they always nag me because old school's better. And I know it.
It's always like a competition between the two of you. People always like making jokes about it. Like, oh, this is better. No, this is better. You know, yeah. It's a
so thing. Is there like in the RuneScape, you know, YouTube space or, you know, streaming space, is there like battles between the two?
No.
Like, is there beef or anything?
No,
between
because
the two?
everybody's it's all
I
old school.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Oh.
feel like there's actually very few RuneScape 3 YouTubers. There's maybe a handful that are like
Oh,
popular, yeah.
okay.
Mostly all the big YouTubers are old school, yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Do you have beef? You know what? You've probably heard us talk about beef.
I
Do
no,
you-
I don't have beef
Have you ever had beef?
with other creators.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Everybody's
that's-
really cool with each other. Like actually usually every year or so there's something called RuneFest and like all
I
the
know.
creators come together. Yeah, and we're like everybody's really cool with each other. It's always a fun time. I mean, there's always like drama, like stuff, but yeah,
Right.
it's really silly stuff.
Do you
I
go to?
don't know.
You
I go to
it?
RuneFest. Yeah.
Do they pay for you to go? Like, do they put you up and everything?
They pay for my ticket, yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so
Where
are you
is
like,
it? Where do they usually hold it?
It's in England. This year it's gonna be in Birmingham.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, Jagex is the name of the company, Ryan, and they're headquartered in the UK. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when you go to that, or you get mobbed, huh? When you go to the RuneFest.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that like come to you, want pictures, and like at that
Right.
point in that place, then yeah, I do get approached.
Right,
yes.
of course. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So because I've watched. See, I don't watch a ton of video game content other than like your stuff, but I do know about some of the other streamers. Have you ever watched Asmongold before?
Yeah, I've seen his stuff on YouTube.
Okay. Well, he has actually played a little old school on his channel in the past.
Right.
I don't know. But he's also covered. Y'all have a character in your space, Odoblock.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's the biggest. Yeah. He's one of the biggest content creators. He's very energetic and crazy, basically. Like compared.
He's
to
a RuneScape guy. I don't think I've ever seen him. I'm a big Asmon viewer, so I don't think I've.
There's something specific in the game which is PKing. It's like player versus player, and he's one of the best in the game in that category, and he basically only streams that, and people love watching it. And he's like a character, he plays like kind of a character on stream. It's very like everybody has like their own like like branding, I guess. He's very outspoken, like energetic, crazy kind of, yeah. And a lot of people watch it and like it.
So, go ahead. What?
Oh no, go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
I was just gonna go back to when he like has people come up to him at the RuneFest or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel? Like, do you feel overwhelmed, or is it fun for you, or because like me, like I'll say for me, like I'm kind of an introvert.
Oh,
and
me too.
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of got that vibe. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
So like which I love being recognized and interacting with fans and stuff, but sometimes like it can be a little overwhelming, and like I'm kind of shy too, so it's a little weird, like. But how do you like?
I've definitely gotten better over the years with that stuff. But like at RuneFest, I kind of know it happens. It's just it's fun. It's just I would say the word is like draining after a weekend like that. It's just like my social battery is just drained basically.
Yep.
Like I definitely don't mind meeting people, talking to people, but it's like all day constantly, right? And like I'm almost just thinking I'm happy the place where I live and like my surroundings. People don't really know me usually, right? So like I don't have that issue in public. Like there are YouTubers that do. There's like some Dutch vloggers that basically can't go in public without getting recognized. I'm very happy that's not me because you have no privacy, right? So. Yeah, I think it's okay in my case because like not that many people recognize me in the Netherlands. So
did you show your face on camera from the start?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe
you did. Okay,
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cause I wasn't sure because I remember I think if I went for a while, you don't always show yourself on your videos.
Usually in the videos I don't because it's just about the content. But I've always streamed. I think I've streamed for like 8 years now or something. So I've always like did facecam on stream, and in my more recent videos I do show my facecam in some of the clips with the Chunk account. So, but yeah, I've never like people always kind of knew what I looked like. Yeah.
Quick interruption. Lonnie and I want to thank you very much for your continued support of the Lonnie and Ryan podcast. We do have a channel membership called the Inner Circle where you can join and watch the occasional live stream, pre-show, and sometimes we record the podcast live prior to it releasing. You can interact with us in the chat, ask questions, and your questions may even be featured on the show. If you're interested, all you got to do is hit join down below. Let's get back to the show.
So when you're doing like your like your chunk account, right? Like your grind, we'll just call it, for the sake of our audience here, we'll just call it like these big grinds, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like big projects?
Yeah, like it's like basically in-game goals that take sometimes hundreds of hours to complete. Yeah, like before I can continue to the next thing, those things sometimes take very long amounts of time.
Like for instance, recently he burned 180,000 logs or something.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, to like the average person, they probably think, you're crazy, or like, why are you doing this to yourself? Or I get that a lot.
How long did that take you?
This one didn't take that long. It took like 300 hours.
What kind of sicko says 300 hours isn't that long?
Yeah, like if you play RuneScape, and RuneScape is a very time-consuming game, but yeah,
that's 12 and a half. That's 12 and a half days of burning logs
with no sleep.
No sleep.
No, so to give you an example, about a year ago, I did mining, and I mined 400,000 ores, and it took me 2,000 hours.
Oh my!
Just for reference.
So that's it's
like my specialty. It took like 6 or 7 months or something.
That's 83 days straight.
Yeah. Okay, so I had actually wrote this down since we're here. Like,
wow.
Do you think is there some kind of level? Is there some kind of thing with RuneScape players where do you feel like we're kind of like RuneScape, like people that are really into the RuneScape are kind of masochists at heart? Yeah. Like the pain is part of it or something.
Yeah, people like watching that, I think, for sure. The pain and suffering. I think so. There's some of that, yeah, for sure.
Because
it's like enjoyable to watch, I think.
But even you, man, like I hear you, like when you're rolling chunks, right? And you're like, no, and you get a bad one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh no, I just got another 1,000 hour thing. Yep. Okay, let's do it. Yep. Yeah, so, because in the series I'm doing right now, like the account I'm playing, I have like a map. So the whole game map is divided by squares, and every time I complete one of the squares, I get a randomly new one on the map. It's like a slot machine. It kind of rolls like the next one for me, and every like tile has its own goals. And some of them are quick, some of them are like very slow. So sometimes I get a really bad one, and then yeah.
Wow.
That's basically like the account I play.
So when you I have seen like Asmongold play WoW before. Mm-hmm. And I did notice, like in some of the streams, he would have like 500 people, or I don't know what the max people on a server is or whatever, but like he had just mass amounts of in-game people following him. Do you have that? Do you deal with like crowds of fans in game a lot often, or you keep it secret, when and stuff? But right, you're streaming. You're streaming though.
So, like, when I normally play the game, like, people recognize me in game a lot because they know my game, they know my name, and they know I make videos. In game, I get recognized a lot. They say like, "Hi, nice videos" or something like that. Sometimes when I'm streaming and I'm doing specific events, like sometimes I collect some like a bunch of like keys, like you mentioned, or something that you can collect and open. I say like, oh, I'm here, and then the whole crowd, like they get a big crowd because people are coming over, because I basically tell them I'm here, I'm gonna do this big thing, let's have a fun time, basically. Sometimes like a lot of people get, like hundreds of people come together sometimes. The thing I like about RuneScape a lot is very community driven in a lot of ways. It's really cool.
Do you have? Did you meet your wife on RuneScape by chance?
No, no. No, I met her. She's actually my neighbor back in the day. We first met when we were like probably like 5. We lived like 2 minutes apart. Yeah, we lived like 2 minutes apart.
Okay.
And when we
That's
were
cool.
like 20, we went to the same school again, and then we like reconnected. And we were like always friends back in the day, kind of.
Right.
It's yeah, that's how we met.
Well,
Not on RuneScape.
How many real life friends do you have now? Do you have any real life friends that you met in game?
I mean, not like that live close to me, but like some of the other content creators that I know and talk to, I met them through content creation and like chatting to them, and I met some of them last RuneFest, for example. So we are kind of like friends, but it's like a different kind of relationship because you know only see them like once every like year or something, right?
Right.
But I definitely call some of like one guy, for example, we both went full time at around the same time, and I know him for like 8 years now, and we went to Japan 2 times together, for example. And I know him. He does content creation as well. He lives in the US, so.
Oh, so that's kind of like me and Ryan a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So so he doesn't do RuneScape content?
No, he does. He does full-time content as well. And I met him through his stream back in the day, and we became really good friends. We are still friends now, and we met in real life. We did several trips together and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
You know, in this game, like in the YouTube thing, like having friends that understand what you're doing, and like
it's
you
huge.
can kind of.
It's huge. Doing it alone, I can't imagine.
You guys probably have like a bunch of like connections and like people you know that do the same thing. And like, do you guys have like a big group of people that like YouTubers or something, like reselling YouTubers that talk to each other? Like, how does that work in your niche and space? Didn't you guys have like a, what is it called, reselling rally or something like that? That's like
resell rally. Yeah,
that's
we went to that.
It's kind of like
Lonnie
a
and I
RuneFest,
went.
Right?
It kind of. Well, I don't really know what RuneFest is. So it's a lot of like resellers. Okay. So it's similar to that. It's mostly like, you know, a handful of YouTubers that put it on, and obviously a lot of YouTubers go. But then there's also a good mixture of, you know, viewers and fans of the different channels that go. Yeah, we're actually, we're going to one they're having it in Cincinnati in September this year, so we're going to that.
Oh, what is he called? Is he John? Wait, is he called John?
Cincinnati Picker, John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used to watch him as well back in the day.
Yep. Yeah, he's putting it on, and me and John are cool again. So if you weren't watching them because we weren't cool, then...
Oh no, that's beef.
I bet you're sitting over there. I bet you're sitting over there like, why has Lonnie always had beef with all these people?
Reselling beef. I watched this other guy. He was called I think Froggy Flips. Do you guys know him?
Yeah.
Cool with him?
Oh yeah, no.
We were never really. Did we have beef? I don't think so.
Big. He is so big with like the garage stuff. Like he still does those videos, and man, he gets so many views. It's insane. I remember when he was so small on YouTube, and now he has like, dude, he has like 500,000 subscribers or something, right?
He blew up.
It's insane. Like, wow. Yeah, I remember his channel like completely blowing up. And like, I've heard you guys talk about it in the last podcast, like, you know, why you guys don't make those videos anymore. And that's.
Yeah, it's tough. It got tough out there for us personally. But
I'm probably changing my mind though. I may give it another go, because man, I look at a lot of the people in my space that are doing it, and it's not that good. They're not that good at it. I mean, anybody can put a camera on, but yeah, I'll be honest. Like if they were doing a little better job in our space, I don't know how these beefs start, but if these guys were doing a little better job making these videos, I wouldn't feel the need. I need to put some videos back out.
But just fun to watch. Right? I think it's just good. It does good in the algorithm too, you know.
It does.
if you want to grow on YouTube, I feel like in your guys like niche, that's such a good concept to just make videos, and it's easy, right? You just go there anyways. You might as well record it, edit it up a bit, and you have a video basically, right?
It's always, man, it's a little different because like I have constantly two things pulling at me. I have the eBay side and like the actual business side where because dude, like we're not just playing around in here. We're trying to buy and sell stuff to make money. Like that's what we live on.
It's your full-time thing. Yeah.
And then on the other hand, we have YouTube where we're showing it and talking about it and stuff. And we talked about this with Pete. It's like these two things, like YouTube doesn't exist without the other thing for me.
Yep.
You know, like it'd be just like you trying to make a video without playing RuneScape.
Right.
No, yeah, for sure.
So,
but I think since you guys are sourcing anyways, and like Lonnie talks a lot about going to those garage sales right now in his videos, for example, and then he shows his stuff. But like I miss seeing you like go to those sales and like you just walk around and just kind of chit chat a little bit with the people, and it's just really relaxing to watch. You know, but I understand that like not everybody might like it if you put a camera in their face, which you've talked about as well, and like you both had bad experiences from what I've heard in the last podcast.
Yeah, but
that's unfortunate.
Honestly, though, like 99% of the time, it's fine. Yeah. But just the
anxiety you get. Well, for me, it was like the anxiety after having those instances. It's like every time you strap the camera on and walk up to a house, it's like, oh, you're like the whole time in your head instead of like focusing, because that's what started happening to me. Instead of like focusing on what I'm doing and trying to have an interaction for the camera and looking for good stuff, like I'm thinking in the back of my head, oh, do they see the camera? Oh, do they have a problem with me? Oh, are they gonna be mad at me? Like that's what's going on in my head. And I was like, I can't do this.
These are all problems that are like, these are all self-owns basically though, because a different type of person would put on, I would love to be the guy that put on a t-shirt, hey, I'm on YouTube, and wear the whole chest harness, and hey guys, I'm filming a YouTube video.
Smile, you're on camera.
Right. If I could be that guy.
Yeah. No, I think what Ryan is saying, I would probably feel the same if I would make those types of videos, because like I think like maybe it's like maybe an introvert kind of
absolutely
maybe, I think I would feel it's like same with vlogging. Have you ever like vlogged like just really public? If you do that stuff for the first time, it's so like uncomfortable, I feel.
I was doing it today I was filming in a big department store for a video I'm making, and every time I pull the camera out, I'm like, is anybody around? I want to make sure nobody is really around before I start.
That's weird. That doesn't bother me anymore. Like if I'm filming myself in public, I'm cool with. Like the other day when we were talking yesterday, we were at a market. We were at the market, and I took my phone around and I was talking or whatever. No big. I don't care. It's when I turn that camera around and film others.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could. I think you did sometimes do that, but when you like approach a garage sale, you could like say like, "Hey, is it okay if I'm filming?" And if they say yes, then you are already comfortable because they don't mind. And if they say no, then you just don't do it. Like maybe that would be a good way to do it.
Right. Or like Pete does it, where he doesn't tell them, and then after it's over, then maybe he'll tell them.
Like, hey, I film for a YouTube channel. Is it okay if I use this footage? Something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That would work too.
And probably 9 times out of 10, they would say yes, I would imagine.
Or they already see the camera, probably, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. But Verf, you've never been to a garage sale, have you?
I mean, I've been to like flea market kind of things.
Okay, it's similar.
Like we don't really not that many people here have a garage. I mean, people do have it, but like they aren't called garage sales because not everybody has a garage, I guess. But once a year, when it's King's Day in the Netherlands, we have like a public. Everybody is allowed to do a market for free. That's one of the most popular ones here. So yearly, like in every city, in every village, everybody just sells their junk at home basically. And
So
I think
what
that's
is King's Day?
considering.
Does that like recognize the king? Is
Yeah,
that
it's like celebration of the king basically. It's like
interesting?
yeah.
Why
And
do y'all sell your old stuff you don't want anymore to celebrate the king? I don't see the connection.
I have to look this up. I don't exactly know why we do it, but we just sell junk. And then, besides from that, I feel like if somebody wants to sell something at home, they just use the platform I talked about earlier. So there's no reason to. I don't even know if. I don't think even we are allowed to just sit on the street and sell stuff. I think that is not even allowed here.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think there's rules according that stuff. You can just sit on the street in public and sell stuff. So
we get away with a lot here. We do a lot of stuff around here that
That's something interesting that actually Lonnie said to me last night. He was kind of like looking up stuff about your country. And what was the percentage, Lonnie?
So I was curious. I like Verf, my knowledge about where you live is not that great. Okay, I'll be honest. And my geography knowledge in general is not that great. But
don't worry about it.
I was curious. I was like, man, Verf's English is really good. And so I started looking. I was like, what is the official language of the Netherlands?
Right.
And look, until about 2 hours ago, I thought Holland was a country. Okay, that's where I'm at. Okay,
it's pretty common. Right. A lot of people think like you live in Holland, but the Netherlands is what people like. The Netherlands is.
Did it used to be called Holland?
Holland is a province.
Oh, okay.
There's North Holland and South Holland. It's like part of the Netherlands near the sea. Those are like provinces. So people confuse it a lot. People say Holland, it's fine, but like officially, it's provinces.
So where do you live? What is your province?
It's like the central one. It's Gelderland.
Okay.
Okay, I can't. I'm not gonna try. I've never even heard of that.
I just leaked where I live.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to.
Fine.
Not trying to dox you or anything.
Just dox myself. Just a province. It's fine.
But yeah. So was, what percentage was it that speak English?
So yeah. What I looked up, Verf, and you can confirm it or whatever. It said that Dutch was the official language, but then it also said 90 to 97% of the people there speak English as well, or fluent in English.
Well, I wouldn't say fluent, but most people that live here are able to speak in some way or form English. Yes. Yeah.
So are you like brought up as a child in school, taught both, or like how's that work?
I mean, I think the reason I'm very comfortable speaking English because I speak it every day. I don't even think about it. It just all happens in my head. I read something, I can reply to it, that kind of deal. Which definitely, the reason that happened to me is definitely streaming and just making content for so many years, I would say. I mean, a lot of people here watch shows like TV, the subtitles are in English, even just like movies in the cinema in English, that kind of situation. And then we have it in school since we were like, I think we first started learning. Nowadays it's probably even earlier, but I started learning English at a serious level since I was like 10 or something. So we had it in school, and then in combination with like the TV shows and a lot of stuff around us is in English too. So we kind of grow up with that stuff. And then for me specifically, because I got into streaming so early, I improved my English a lot by streaming a lot.
Interesting.
So, do you and your wife ever? You and your wife probably just speak mainly Dutch with each other, though, I'd imagine, huh? Okay.
Right. Yeah. But I would say I speak more English on an average day than Dutch, which is pretty funny.
Right.
No, I was blown away. I was like, 90 to 97% of them speak English. That might be more than we have in our own in the United States.
I feel so bad because sometimes people tell me like, You speak way better than English than we speak in the US or something. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, it's
No,
true.
what? How is that even possible? Like, what? No way.
It's true. Depending
that
where you are.
crazy. That sounds crazy to me.
Have you ever been to the United States before?
I have not know.
Do you want to?
I don't know. If I like not specific, like I'm a big fan of going to Asia. My wife is from Asia as well, and she's half Indonesian.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
We went to Indonesia last year, and I'm also starting to learn the language. I'm a big fan of that part of the world. I don't know, like US. I don't feel like I have a big reason to go there.
Yeah.
If I would go there, it would probably be to like meet that friend I was talking about that lives in the US. Like go to him and visit him. But
Where does he live?
he lives on the East Coast.
East Coast. All right.
I'm not doxing him.
Yeah, don't dox yourself. Don't dox your buddy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
we actually in school we actually learn like 3 languages. I know how to speak German. I had that in school as well. We have French for 2 years. Like everybody has French for 2 years. And yeah, right now I'm learning Indonesian in my free time. But that's not normal. But
is German and Dutch kind of close, or are they not really?
It's pretty similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Yep.
Going back to your YouTube channel, what have you ever you kept talking about the algorithm, right? So I'm assuming you kind of dive into the analytics side.
I love that stuff.
Okay, so this will be an easy question. This will be an easy question for you.
Okay.
What is the age demographic of people that watch you? For the most part,
I believe like 80% of my viewers are between 25 and 35.
So they're you.
But yeah, basically because like back in the day when the game got popular, then that's when everyone started playing and everybody's still playing the game and around that age group. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the game struggles a little. Like it. I feel like it. I'm really curious what happens in like 5 or 10 years from now because everybody's gonna be like 40 or something. Like, are we still all gonna play it or like what? I wonder what's gonna happen because it's really hard to like get new people into it. I feel. Yeah, lonely. We all be lonely and playing.
We're not dead yet, Verf. We're not dead yet.
Yeah, we never quit. So,
as a matter of fact, what I was going to tell you earlier was that since they're changing RuneScape 3 so much, honestly, like I usually feel like I used to like take about 30 minutes every night before I go to bed, and I'd sit down, I'd do my dailies, I'd fart around on there, whatever, play for a half hour, and then I'd go to bed. And like that was my routine. And now that they've changed the game up, the mechanics, they took my gambling away and everything. I have not felt, since they took Treasure Hunter away, I have not felt compelled to even, I haven't opened it, man. And you know, the last time I opened in the past week was to show you my skill level things in the chat the other day. Yep. That's the last, like, I don't even want to play it. So now I'm thinking, if I don't want to do that anymore, I might as well play old school.
Yep, play old school. Good choice.
And I'm thinking about trying this whole chunk thing out even.
Yeah. I mean, if you're down to spend hundreds of hours on these goals.
I don't, at my age, that might not be the best plan. I'm gonna
think so too. I'm gonna be honest. I have to be honest here. That's you need a lot of time.
You're saying I might not live?
Maybe you can play RuneScape and then while playing RuneScape you list items like you do like both, you know?
It's impossible. The only time I can do that is if there's like during the Christmas event, they have like okay, or even during the beach event, and this is RS3. They have have you ever heard of the Dungeoneering hole? The hole.
I know Dungeoneering, but not I don't know much about RuneScape 3 to be honest.
Okay, well, every summer they have a summer event, and they have it turns near Lumbridge. It turns into a beach.
Oh, okay.
Wow!
And they have all these different games and stuff you can play, and one of them is you basically click on this hole, and your character dives in there, and you just getting dungeoneering XP the whole time, and you only have to click on the hole again once every like 10 minutes.
You can just walk away from the computer and it does the thing. Okay.
Right. And I would just like set a timer on my phone. And every time I'd set the timer for like 9 minutes, and then I'd jump in the hole. And then when the timer would go off, I'd click on the hole again and then set the timer again.
What's dungeoneering?
I don't even know. And that's the thing I was going to tell you.
It's a skill in the game you can train.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have there's like 20 something skills or something, Verf?
Yeah, something like that. I don't even know.
Like basically like in old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3, they're totally different games, but they also are kind of the same. They're kind of the same in a lot of ways because it happens in the same world, sort of.
Yeah. Basically, like the graphics and mechanics are different, but like you have wood cutting, for example, in both the games, and you have certain cities in the same games. It's just they look very different, and the way you play the games is different. That's like I would say the biggest difference. Yeah,
that's one of the reasons I haven't played old school yet, is because it looks kind of bad to me.
Like I don't blame you, and that's why I think it's hard for the game to get new players into it, because it just looks garbage. Looks like garbage. It's like the graphics are so bad.
I don't want to say that because I know a lot of people have nostalgia for that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but also another thing, RuneScape 3 has a lot of quality of life stuff, but they go too far sometimes. You know, making things easier. Like a lot of the things that Verf, you have to equip in your inventory to use, I have on my tool belt, and I never have to equip it. Right. It's always with me.
I've seen
you know, like axes and fishing equipment, all that is with me all the time. You have to go to the bank and draw it out every time you want to use it.
Yep.
Right. So, but I'm getting too nerdy, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Some of the viewers are probably like wondering what the hell are they talking about.
Oh, one more question though about that while we're there. What is your favorite town?
In game? Oh.
Yes. Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Oh.
I kind of like Draenor Village, I think. It's nostalgic.
Draenor feel all the different towns in the game. Do they have a vibe for you? Like a feel like some of them feel kind of dark and scary. Some of them are cheerful.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, they do.
That's mine right here. Of course.
Oh wait, that's Lumbridge. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, where did you get that shirt?
I got it for Christmas. Candace gave it to me.
That's cool
for Christmas. So
awesome.
Yeah. Also got I also got a RuneScape cookbook for Christmas as well.
Yeah. That's cool.
I did just remember something that we wanted to ask you about on your channel, and that is about your most viewed video.
Right.
So I don't think we have ever seen a video that is 12 hours long. What?
I was gonna pull it up maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we'll
show it on screen. This is crazy.
It's quite extraordinary, actually. Let me see.
I know what you guys are talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know you do. That's probably it. Let's see. Wait, hang on, Ryan. I got to figure out how. I'm sorry, Verf. We're not really streamer type people here, so we're not.
Wait.
Cool. So yeah. All right. So yeah, let's look at some Verf here. So first, look, Verf RS 180.
How many channel members do you have? Do you know?
Ooh, I don't think I have that many because I don't stream that much on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, I have maybe like 10, 20 or something. I don't have that many.
I'm one of them. Look.
Oh, let's go.
I joined joined Bones yesterday, actually. I was like, I better join this thing. All right, let's see. Okay, here it is. This is the one right here. Karamja.
It's going to be
Karamja Locked. It's got it's 4 years ago, 1.2 million views. That's very nice, Verf. That's really cool, but that's not the big deal here. You know, we all see million view videos. The crazy part,
That's insane.
This video, it's the like other than Mr. Beast, this is the longest 1 million view video I've seen in my life. That's insane.
Yeah, so that specific video is for this, like Karamja Locked is one of my accounts I used to play. It's finished now, but this video is all the episodes combined into one video, and it's my most popular series, and that's kind of what made me grow a lot on YouTube. And when people want to watch back the series, they can watch this specific video. So a lot of people go to this one if they want to and watch this content back.
So it's okay. That makes sense.
And YouTube really, really loves to push long form content nowadays, right? And this video the average watch time for this video is like over an hour, which for an average video on YouTube is a lot. And they just love that stuff. So I think that's why the video did really well, to be honest. That's my only explanation.
That was going to be my question, what the average watch time was. I was like, what is the average?
It's like an hour, yeah.
That's so crazy.
Which is funny because that's, you know what, like not even 10% of the video, right? But because it's so long, YouTube pushes it because, you know, compared to any other video on the platform, this easily beats it, even if the average watch time is only 10%.
So is it still getting a lot of views today? Is it still pretty steady?
Yeah. This is probably the most steady video that I have.
So it's like it's turned into an evergreen, sort of.
Yep. Because people come back to this to like rewatch it.
How many hours are in a year, Verf? You probably know this number. How many total hours are in a year? And you know?
I
don't know.
I don't know.
Let me find out because I want to see what does 7,000 hours even mean. It's a big number, but I don't
like that, right?
So if you did, that's how many hours are in a year.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that's without sleeping.
Yeah.
So what does a standard day look like for you, Verf? Like let's say you wake up in the morning, what happens now? Typical day.
I eat and I play RuneScape. And then my wife comes home. I cook food. And then we usually hang out, or if she wants to hang out alone, I play a little bit. I think I average around 8 or 9 hours a day in RuneScape. Like over the course of a year.
Full-time job.
Yeah, but including the weekends. So,
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Does that include editing time as well, or editing would be on top of that?
No, that's without editing. But I don't make that many videos a month. Like on average, like 1.5 or 2 or something. So yeah.
How does that process look like? Do you edit the video as you're going, or do you wait till like you're done whatever mission or whatever you're trying to do and then go?
I wait and I do the whole thing at once in a few days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you ever like, because I've seen you get kind of not mad, but you know, I understand like you'll roll a chunk that's like a really long one.
Yeah.
And you like, and you know the commitment it's going to take and how long it's going to take, and you're like, you sound a little kind of not disappointed, but it's like, oh man,
it's like shit. Like I could have gotten. Yeah.
Is that because you know it's like, is some of that because you know it's going to be a long time before you can release another video or something?
Well,
is that
until I can roll like new content and like do something different? I potentially know I'm in that one place for hundreds of hours, and it makes making content harder too sometimes.
So do you have different like what do you call it, like a series?
Yeah, I usually play like 3 accounts at once, so I mean that helps. Yeah.
Wait, do you mean simultaneously?
Yep. Yep.
Whoa.
Do you do that on different computers, or this?
No, computer. Like I have like 3 RuneScapes open, and I play on a different character, and every character has its own videos.
How do you keep track of all this? That's crazy.
Wow. Just started doing that, and then because if you go to my YouTube channel, you look at the different videos, they are different characters. And I play them simultaneously.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. More content in the same time, basically.
Oh, yeah, because if all you did was like like if you didn't do that, you could go 2 months sometimes without making a video, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And now when you stream on Twitch, you pick one of those to do, or do you have 3 Twitch streams?
No. I just you see like the different characters on the screen when I stream.
What do you mean? Like it switches to
switches
screens?
So like you see one big account, like on the main screen that's like my main character, and then in the bottom you see like a tiny little screen with like my other character, for example.
Okay, so you have all the windows on one screen? Is that what you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yep. And then they can like see that I'm playing multiple characters sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I had no idea. It's kind of blowing my mind. I don't really watch Twitch at all.
Yeah.
So I had no idea. I had no idea that you were doing that. That's even more impressive to me.
So that's something interesting to think about, is like we were talking about earlier, how, from the outside, a lot of people might look in and say, wow, Verf is playing RuneScape for a living. That's so easy. It's so easy. Doesn't take much work. He just goes on there and plays, and he's getting all these views and he's living the life. But like the amount of work that you put into this is insane. Like the back end work.
Yep.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
huge respect.
There's also like editing and, all that type of stuff. Thinking of video ideas and streaming. I mean,
wow.
I think like the hardest part is probably like the mental aspect of everything, not the physical. Like I'm just sitting, I'm sitting behind a computer. I think, it's not that crazy, but like always doing it, like there's always something to work on. The hours are always there. So that's kind of like the more difficult part. And you're always alone. For the most part, you're sitting alone in a room. And that's what I hear the most. People just don't want to do that. They would go crazy. And like not a lot of people to talk to. Yeah. That's usually what people tell me. Like I couldn't do that because I can't sit alone in a room all day.
Right.
Oh, I wanted to ask you. We've been going for a pretty good while now. I wanted to ask you about the painting though, because you've been showing some of your paintings. You usually do it at the end of the video.
Yep.
Let me, you know what, Ryan, I'm gonna share. Do you mind if I share? If you mind if I share like one of your paintings here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I can show you. Actually, let me send you.
Yeah. Why don't you?
Ones.
Or you can share screen if you want.
Let me see.
Or
can I? I just posted in the Facebook group. Can I do that?
What's that?
Yeah, I posted in the Facebook chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In the group chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I showed 2. Those are like my favorites.
Okay, yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
So tell us about your painting, Verf. When did you start doing this?
So my grandma makes paintings. She used to sell paintings as well. And when I was 18, I decided, hey, let's try painting, and started kind of painting with her a bit. And Bob Ross, I watched Bob Ross videos.
Yes, I told Ryan that Verf had to go away for a moment, and he came while he was gone. I was like, man, this is Bob Ross.
Wow.
That's how it started, basically.
So you watch Bob Ross videos to learn how to paint?
Kind of, yeah. That's like inspiration to like start. I was like, wow, I want to try that.
So is this a real landscape, or is this something that you came up with in your head, or what's the inspiration for this?
It's a combination of like YouTube guides plus a little of my own. Yeah.
Wow.
Like
you know what this would be if it had a little bridge across it, Verf? It would look pretty. It would look very similar to the entrance to the gnome stronghold over on the you know where you know that little bridge you cross over the river over on the west side?
Oh yeah.
If you had a little bridge, right? Have you ever painted a RuneScape scene before?
Not specifically. Like the other painting I shared is like, I guess you could say it's a Kramja painting. but not like something very specific from the game. But because I did the Kremja account, which is a jungle, like the piece of land I played in is a jungle, I made a jungle painting specifically around that time.
Have you ever sold any of your artwork before, Verf?
I don't want to sell anything.
You don't?
No, I've had a lot of questions about it. Like people asking me, you know, will
Look
you
at
sell
that.
it? But
Wow.
yeah, I don't want to sell it.
Yeah, you're
So-
very talented.
So this is that's the Quran. Yeah, man, that is cool. I like that.
That
one.
is really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've had loads of people ask me like, will you ever sell your paintings? And people from YouTube as well, because I obviously show the art. I actually have a time lapse. This one specifically, I have a time lapse uploaded on my YouTube channel for this specific painting.
Oh,
Yeah, fun fact. Because I made it completely on stream, this specific one.
Wow.
But I don't want to sell my art because I want to just keep it as a hobby, not have any money involved to it, or I guess just do it for fun.
yeah. We kind of touched on that in our chat, in our group chat we had yesterday, and
Yeah.
that's actually segues into the question I wanted to ask you. So, like,
Uh-huh.
when you were a kid, you loved RuneScape, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once RuneScape was your living, and you seem like a little bit like very resistant to turning this painting that you also love into a source of revenue. Is that because once you started, like, do you still love
Oh, no, I
RuneScape
absolutely love
in
doing
the
it. Yeah, no, I still love doing it every day. It's very relaxing. I love doing my own thing. Basically, earning money with my hobby is great. I don't think that's the reason for painting. It's just I feel like I'm already so busy. That
Right.
I wanna when I do something, I wanna be really good at it and want to put time into it. And I feel like I wouldn't be able to manage like all things, like too many things at once. And I think with painting, if I like start selling stuff, then maybe people expect me to make more, or like I would get requests, and it would just get way too stressful. I think that's kind of like
This
why
is-
I think yeah.
So it's kind of like an escape hobby that you can do
Yeah.
like on your off time to relax, and that
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
actually right now, every week on Monday, I paint for about 2 hours at my grandma's place, and like other people come together, like older ladies and guys that like they do drawing and painting, and like we all like kind of hang out with each other. And
Wow.
I joined them recently to like do my painting because at home I don't take the time. I'm just always like doing RuneScape or working or editing or doing other stuff. So actually going somewhere to take the time to paint, it's like it's really nice for me. That's
and you get to share that with your grandmother too. As
I
well.
spend time with her as well. Yeah, it's great.
How good is she?
She does very different types of painting. She makes abstract paintings. Yeah, very different.
Oh, okay.
This seems a very this seems a very Dutch thing to do, right? Like to paint, like you have all your Dutch masters, like you have your.
I suppose there are some famous Dutch painters. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
I suppose.
Just a couple.
True. It's in the DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
So is this a very common so this is a pretty common hobby there?
No, I don't
it's
think
not.
so. I don't know anybody my age that paints. Actually, no, not really.
I could totally see you. I know you're not going to do it, but I could see you, and I know a lot of your fans can see you as just being a perfect Bob Ross type channel.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Perhaps in the future I'll do something with painting a little more than just for fun. But right now I'm not interested in having any financial connection to the hobby. So
you know what I almost see here? I don't know if you can see. I almost see a face.
A face.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. On the waterfall, there's two smaller rocks over a long elongated larger rock there.
Oh.
And then those are eyes, the two small rocks, and then it almost looks like a duck, maybe with some kind of some spiky bangs up above those two eyes. It looks like a little bit of a hairdo going on there. Yeah.
See, we're turning his non-abstract painting into an abstract painting.
Exactly.
Man, it would be. Oh, I could just see Verf. I could see you one day, like you kept it secret for 5 years. This project, and then next thing you know, the gallery opens, and it's Verf.
I painted an entire museum.
Hey, that's a cool
Yeah.
video idea.
And you fill it with RuneScape scenes that you.
That would be cool.
Oh, wow.
I painted for 5 years. Here's the result, and then like the thumbnail would be like a museum full of paintings. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
That's-
I could see you making a video like that.
That's the start of the YouTube channel.
That's
maybe I was thinking a while ago, like maybe it would be cool to one day give like painting lessons to people or something, something like that.
I really like that a lot, though, man. That you're very talented, by the way. I really like this
Extremely,
painting.
yeah. Great job.
Thank you.
If you ever do decide to start selling paintings, I'll probably try and buy one. I wouldn't be able to afford you though. I wouldn't be able to afford you.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, for how much do you sell painting? You know, that's
Right,
difficult
right.
too. How do you decide that? I don't know.
Oh, here's a random question. It's a sideways question, so I don't know what that means. So whenever you became a streamer or a content creator, what have you had to deal with that you did not foresee? Like, what challenges have you had that you did not anticipate? Like, what are like? Do you have any like downsides or?
I mean, I guess it's like hard to. How do you explain this? Like, because you're in your head, you're always busy. I guess you're always working on. Like, if you have a traditional job, you like a 9 to 5 job, you go to your work, you come home, and there's no work, right?
Yep.
And for me, it feels like I'm always thinking about ideas or videos or things, and which is fine. Like, I kind of like that, but sometimes like it feels like it's hard to truly relax. I guess like have nothing on your mind because you're always,
Can't turn it off.
yeah. I guess you guys might also feel that in some way because, right?
Man, it's maddening because I also am doing something that I love. Like I love and appreciate, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Just like if you want to take a break, right? If you want to not do it, then you feel bad because I feel like if I can just say, oh, I'm not gonna do something for 2 or 3 weeks because I mean that's not what. No, it's my work, right? But I find it hard to like only focus on it in the weekdays and then in the weekend just completely turn off my brain and do nothing. I just can't do that, I guess. So that's sometimes I guess tricky, and I didn't really think about that at all when I started YouTube. I was like, because I always did it for fun and like as a part-time thing, and had many other things to worry about, and like I had school and stuff, so like it was completely different. I guess that's definitely something people might not think about too much when they think about a YouTuber.
It's interesting to me that like because when I think when a lot of people think about a content creator that just plays games for a living, right? And they record and they make their content all around the games, they're thinking, oh, well, that's just a dude goofing off, getting lucky. He got lucky. He's getting all this money rolling in, playing a game. But the reality is the amount of self-discipline to do what you do, the amount of self-discipline it requires is just ridiculous. And it's kind of similar to reselling too.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because you don't like, as much as I like it, you don't have anybody like standing over you telling you what to do, and if you don't do it one day, nobody's going to tell you anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like you wake up and you have to kind of do your own thing. Like nobody's going to tell you like, hey, do this, or like you need to be strict.
That's the thing that took me a little while to get used to, because I was used to, I had to show up at the job. But then once I'm there, I mean, I knew kind of what the bare minimum was that was expected. And then I knew what was like going above and beyond. And I always kind of tried to position myself somewhere in between.
In the middle.
Right.
But then when you work for yourself, like you do, or like I do, if you just do bare minimum or a little bit better than that, you're going to get bare minimum or a little bit better than that results.
It's kind of funny you talk about that. I'm not gonna lie. When I did like the internships, right, I worked for a boss, and
Mhm.
I always found it really hard to motivate myself to give my all and like do a lot to give him big results because I wouldn't
Right.
really see much for that. Like I always struggled a lot with that. That's probably also why I decided to try full time and kind of do my own thing because if I do put in 10 hours in a day, then I get 10 hours in return. And I feel like maybe a lot of the normal jobs, it's like maybe like a lot harder to motivate people because I mean, yeah, you work for the company and you make money for them. Like maybe, I don't know. That's just kind of how it feels for
Oh
me
no,
sometimes.
absolutely. Because
100%.
let's say Ryan and I both work. I don't know. Name an American job. Verf, give me an American job.
Truck driver.
Truck driver. Ryan and I are, well, truck driver is hard, but harder. That's not a great example because like it's very measurable.
Okay, working at a bank. Candace did that, right?
Yeah, Candace did
Yeah.
that. Let's say Ryan and I both work at the bank. We both have the same position and we both make the same amount of dollars per hour. And Ryan is a slacker. Okay. It's totally not Ryan, but Ryan's a slacker. And he knows exactly, but he's very smooth. He talks a good game.
Yeah.
And so
brown nose into the boss all the time.
Yeah. They play golf on the weekends, whatever. And so he comes into work, he does the bare minimum to get by. And Lonnie's a go getter. I'm gonna bank it, like I'm gonna and I'm just like, I'm getting after it. I'm locked in. I'm
working your ass off.
Right. And then at the end of the week, Ryan makes, a couple $1,000, and at the end of the week, Lonnie gets $2,000. It's like Lonnie's like, that's not fair.
Yeah. No,
I don't like that.
Though, right?
That's right. That's right.
That is a reality, I guess, in a lot of cases. And I did kind of struggle with that because even after I finished the internship, they offered me a job, but they wanted to pay me lower because they weren't sure if they wanted me. And like I was like, no, I don't want all of this. Like it was difficult at the start. Because I did actually apply for a few jobs after I finished school, but then I was like, no, I don't think I want this. And I was already kind of struggling with that, that stuff.
So Verf, what if tomorrow, Jagex announced, I'm gonna ask. Yeah. Jagex says, "Hey guys, our user base is
it's been fun.
It's been fun.
Yep,
it's been a good ride. See ya." What you gonna do?
So my dream, actually, like one of my life dreams, is to always be self-employed. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Always do something you enjoy and kind of make a hobby into a job in some way or a form. That's like kind of a dream. And right now it's gaming and RuneScape, but who knows, in 5-10 years from now it's something completely different. Hey, maybe it's reselling. I mean, who knows, right? You never know. I can see myself do that. That looks really fun. And
hey, if you do reselling, Verf, do it like you do the painting.
Part-time.
In what way? Like
just as a hobby. I mean, obviously, I don't mean. I guess that's not a great example. Because
I always tell people, don't make a YouTube channel just to be a YouTuber. Like that's not gonna work. You have to kind of enjoy it and do it as a hobby. So I think that's for reselling, it's the same thing as well. I mean, if Jagex disappears tomorrow, I feel like one thing is for sure: every YouTube channel that did RuneScape before is now in a situation where they have to do something else or just completely stop. So I could see myself maybe. One thing I could see myself do in the gaming community would be speedrunning games. I've always been interested in that, like doing something like that and pick a game I really enjoy and just go crazy on that, because I'm already used to putting a lot of hours into one thing, right, with the current thing I do. So maybe something like that. But like it would be like, who knows if I would be able to live off it, right? That's like the next question. But
I think you would. You've got the drive to do it.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah. Well, Ryan actually. I don't know if I would or not, because I've never really changed lanes too much, but Ryan changed lanes and it's working out.
Yeah.
He was
Ryan, you still have do you have a full-time job or like a part-time job, or how
So I've always had, I work for my family's company.
Construction, so something, right?
It's yeah, concrete. Yep.
Right.
So I've always had a full-time job ever since I've been on YouTube. So it's always kind of like me and Lonnie, we were in the same space, but like we weren't exactly, like he's full-time, I was part-time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I obviously switched lanes. I'm doing mostly food content now. And yeah, I'm loving it. I enjoy doing it part-time. I think I could make it work if I did it full-time. And I mean, you never know, someday.
I think you have to drive as well.
Yeah, no, I know. I definitely like if my job disappeared tomorrow, I know like content would be what I do, like without a doubt. So, but
Verf, he would be so big if he could focus all of his powers into YouTube. It would
definitely limited by time. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to ask is like, if you recommend people that want to get into reselling, like I've tried reselling. I've actually went to, in your country, it's called what are like the stores where you buy stuff that people bring to, what is it called?
Like a thrift store?
Yeah, a thrift store. Yeah,
Goodwill.
So
like
you'll have
so in the
those.
Netherlands, it's called a switch. It's like a store where people bring old items to. You can buy it. And like I've tried to back in the day, tried to go to one of those and see if I could find some sneaky items that are like cheap and then resell them. That's kind of like how you started, right? What is like your guys' advice to people that want to try and get into it, just to like experience it? Like any specific items you want to look for, or like any, just try to maybe sell stuff you have at home first, or like how do you? I don't know. I feel like it's hard to just randomly get into it, I guess.
It is. That's probably a good question for Lonnie because I've been out of the game for a while. So
yeah. So when I first started, I had very low knowledge. I had a lot of drive, and I had a little bit of experience on YouTube, but I didn't really know what to buy and what to buy to resell. Exactly. And I made a lot of bad buys early on. I made a lot of mistakes. But the good thing about this business is like the mistakes that you make are usually like for $1, $5.
Right.
Oh, I shouldn't have bought that $3 thing. And when I first started, like if somebody told me something cost $20, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, slow down. That's a lot of money,
Right.
And so whenever it would come to like dollar amounts where it could potentially hurt me a little bit or be a little painful, I would do a lot more research. But yeah, to start, because first thing you want to get used to is just the like mechanics of knowing how to actually list the item, taking the photographs, doing the customer service, packing. That's all the stuff behind the scenes that has to happen for you to get,
I've done some of that before when selling stuff at home. We kind of go through that process as well. But what I'm getting from what you're saying is start with buying like cheaper items. Because not much can go wrong, I guess.
Well, I would start with things that you already own that you no longer want because that's free, right?
Yeah.
And then the next thing I would do is I would look at the things that I actually already know about. Like if I like today, actually, I was struggling to get here on time because we went to some estate sales before we started up. Got some great stuff, by the way. But I went to one of the estate sales. They had like pastels, they had watercolors, they had art books, they had all types of art supplies, instruction books. And I'm looking at the stuff and I'm like, I don't know that much about that. I don't know that much. And even now, like I encounter things all the time I don't know that well. Whereas Verf, if you come across that stuff, you might be, that's the good pastels.
Right.
Or, oh, look, all these watercolors suck, but that's the good one it's made over in this region of the world where they can only make that certain color because they have this flower that they extract, you know what I mean? Like whatever specialized knowledge you have from your like your acquired knowledge up to that point, you can use that. And that's why I recommend go with what you know already, use that as your base. And like, let's say you're a video game collector already or whatever. And that's a very common example.
That's a difficult one.
What's
I
that?
remember like your videos, you always try to buy video game stuff, like so electronic kind of stuff, VHS stuff, like those like calculators were crazy. Like you got those for $1 sometimes. I actually remember buying those back in the day for $100 as well. I see you buy that for $1. I'm like, wow, that just never happens here. I guess that's crazy. Yeah.
It does happen here, but then ended up happening though is that all the I refer to that as low hanging fruit kind of stuff, because everybody knows that stuff is worth money, whether you resell or not. It's that weird stuff that you see that we get, that require.
Yeah, like the glassware from one of the recent videos. That was crazy. Like, how do you know that stuff, right? Yeah, true.
I don't, but you see that's where again, Candace hasn't always worked with me, but for the past 5 years she has. And whenever she came in, she didn't know anything about reselling, but she brought all of her other life experience to the game. And I was never buying glassware before. That was horrible. Like, who wants to pack that, first of all?
She was definitely a good addition because you suddenly had like a lot more knowledge. And I remember your early garage videos, she actually like told you stuff. Oh, like you look at this, like this looks interesting and stuff. I was already noticing that before you guys were working together.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah,
Candace is a great picker from what I've seen. She's real good.
Very excellent, and
she's good with communicating as well with like people. I feel like
that's what I was going to tell you too. Is that like not only is she like been good from like the picking perspective, but I've got like you've been watching this stuff. I've got beefs. I can be a hothead. Like I've got a temper. I can be oversensitive sometimes, Verf. And Candace is a much softer, kinder, gentler, more likable, prettier, more charming, everything. And she's just she's better at all the soft skills. And the relationships we have, see, because like when we go to garage sales, that's going to be random, right? It's going to be whatever. Like usually it's going to be somebody we'll never see again. And the interaction doesn't matter other than how cheap can I get what I want to get? And then I move on.
Right.
Right. But then other circumstances, like today we were at it's estate sales. Estate sales are different. Somebody dies. What do y'all do with your stuff over there when you die? What happens to it? Not you in particular, but like
I think it's a combination. I don't actually know exactly, but I think it's very different. It's like different per person. But maybe some people give it away to like family members. That's probably one option. Maybe people donate it or bring it to one of those stores. Or family members sell it. I feel like mostly like the important stuff goes to like family members, and then the rest, if it's like junk or like old furniture, probably just throw it away and clean the house and empty the house probably.
Well, that's how it is here too, for the most part, as far as all the stuff going to the family. But there are a lot of cases where either family doesn't want the stuff, or maybe they don't have family around anymore, or whatever, and they end up with a whole house of stuff, right? And that's when they have an estate sale. Like we went to Sunday is our estate sale day where we go, and there's basically about, give or take, a dozen companies in town that run all the estate sales that happen. So the better relationship we can have with these estate sale runners, the more access we get, the better prices we can get. Sometimes a private pick will come up. Like maybe they got a batch of XYZ in and they don't want to have a full sale, but they know we buy it and they'll text us, And
I always just thought that they just make it public and then people can just come.
It is. But then if you can build a relationship, it can be even more.
Yeah. Like you can come like earlier or something, or can go through it first.
Exactly. We've gone through it first a lot of times. Or like today I did this. I pull them off to the side. I say, hey, look, it's half price day and this would cost $15. You got 10 of them here. What do you think? And they know what I mean.
Right.
Give me a deal.
Right. That's
Yeah.
code for that. And they appreciate that because I'm moving bulk on the last day of the sale. They're giving money, you know, like it's very symbiotic relationship. And Candace has built awesome relationships with the local estate sale runners. And it's
valuable.
meant everything. And even like she almost plays my manager a lot of times, man, because I'm not good at that stuff. I'm not good at it.
That's what brought you to like the next level with that stuff, was because she joined, and then like
I think so too.
I
remember you had Guy.
Oh yeah, Guy.
Do you still like talk to him, or like how is that?
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious because I was watching some of the videos back, and like that was like your main like person that found you stuff too back then. I think.
And Guy has a very he has a ton of experience in toys.
Yeah, video game stuff.
And yeah, he is like he is like an expert. As a matter of fact, he gets hired to like go do seminars and things like that. He's very good.
Wow.
But I'm pretty sure, I don't think he watches these, but I'm pretty sure, and he sells to us ridiculously cheap. He gives us great deals.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Like
right
tables of like Nintendos and stuff like that, and
he's making money too.
Yeah,
well, not
it's crazy.
I'll be honest, Verf. When I first started dealing with him, I was really like researching, and I was concerned it was stolen property.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
but the prices, the deals he was giving me.
Where did he get that stuff? Right? That's crazy.
I have some more information that I don't want to divulge.
Yeah, no, don't talk about it.
But because I haven't even told Ryan, but I actually, I'm not going to say anything else, and mostly because I don't want Guy to know. If Guy would, if I knew, but yeah, Guy is he's very good at acquiring collections, but then he also really loves to see other people admire the fruits of his labor. So I think there's some amount of he gives us really good deals because he likes us to share what he found. Cool. And he likes to watch it back and then read the comments, and then you know what I mean? Like he likes being part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's like a anonymous celebrity too. Like nobody knows what the dude looks like. Nobody knows what he looks like, but thousands of people know him. That's got to be pretty wild for him to walk around knowing.
Actually, on that topic, I had an interesting, like a funny question, I guess. Like the YouTube comments on those like negotiations and prices stuff is always crazy, right? Like how?
Oh yeah.
You guys probably have dealt with that so many times. Like people call you like cheap asses or whatever, or stuff like that. Even though,
yeah,
you're negotiating or making deals. That's probably like a pretty common thing in your space. Like people, because especially on garage sales, people sell stuff, and then like they come up with a price and they agree with a price, but then everybody in the comments say like, "Oh, dude, that's like way too cheap," and like blah blah. I've seen it. I've seen that a lot.
There is a line, right? Like I think there's an argument for both sides. Like one argument could be made that they could have just said no. Right. They agreed to the price, right? So it's fine. Yeah. Then there's another argument that, and actually a guy that we had on this podcast recently, Rev Resale, made a video about it called what was it? He called it Reseller Morals or something. Ethics.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And he talked about, buying stuff, like buying something for like $5, and instead of chewing them down to $3, just paying the $5. It's $5. You're going to sell it for $50. What does $2 difference matter? Right. It's kind of,
you're going to make a lot of money anyways, basically. Right.
That's exactly. Exactly.
I can I make a counterpoint there? Because I used to hear that. I used to hear that said back in my earlier days when I was a little more aggressive. I would hear that argument, right? But then I would counter with, on a busy garage sale Saturday, I might cut 50 deals, and if I can save $2 per deal, I basically made $100.
No, yeah, that's true. I was laughing so hard because on a few of them sales, right? I want to say something funny. Like on a few of those sales, right? You like you're clearly interested in a couple items. You grab them, you put like a pile, and then a lady from the sales like, "Do you use that?" And you're like, like you're like, like I think it was like a music instrument, like a
harmonica.
I know I know the woman you're talking about. She's in the thumbnail.
Do you use that? You're like, that's so funny.
Do you play the harmonica?
What if I tried to fake it? What if I just started like, oh yeah, I played.
I saw someone in the comments. He was like typing, "What if she like told you, can you play a song for me?" Oh shit!
I was talking to Candace. I was talking to Candace the other day, and like I used to be more reserved about telling people that we buy and sell, and now we just tell them.
Yeah.
But when you first start, you want to hide it because you're scared they're going to get mad that you're making money off of
or
it,
like bump the price or something like that, or like,
right?
You know, don't want to sell it anymore. Like, oh no, we take it back then or something like. Yeah, I get
right.
that.
And I was talking to Candace. I was like, you know, you go to a garage sale and I'll walk up there with say 4 pairs of toddler shoes, right? Maybe they're worth a lot of money or something, right? And they're like, oh, are those fit your kids? And I'd be like, yes, ma'am, they do. And then they're like, well, you have 4 different sizes there.
Yeah, with the Wii games, you bought like 11 games at once, and then you were like kind of saying, "Yeah, we have a Wii at home, you know, like, we might use these." You know, it's so funny. You're kind of trying to like make stories for the items you're buying, like, "Oh yeah, we might use this," you know. So funny.
But man, you can jam yourself up though, because like they start like once they start probing. And like they just think they're making friendly conversation, and I'm over there sweating bullets. Like, stop asking. I don't want to lie to you again. Don't make me lie again. And then I'm just like, I got to get out of here. You know, lying is not good, man. Like because once you kind of get called. Once they go deeper, then you got to lie again and to cover that first lie, and then you got to cover the second lie. And it's like, no.
I think a lot of them will say, I've seen people also say in those videos something like, "Oh, it's too much work for me to like list all of this and like, you know, sell it on eBay and go through all that," which I feel like is pretty common. But yeah, I think a lot of the people that run the sales have no idea if something is worth it. A lot of the times, probably they just want to get rid of it, I guess.
No,
back in the day, I think it was a little bit different. Like when I first started on YouTube, I feel like the reselling thing, like people, you know, it wasn't as common for people to resell stuff on eBay.
Okay,
that's the feeling I got anyway. And the stuff was way better back then too because of it. But I think like especially when COVID hit, people realized, oh, while they were sitting at home doing nothing, I can sell this stuff around the house and make a few extra bucks. Yeah, exactly. So that changed a lot.
And it may have even started not because they were interested in selling, but maybe they were stuck at home, bored, and they started buying things. And that's when they're like, oh, wait, if I'm buying this stuff, then some other dude is selling it to me and they made money on it. And
so COVID was basically brought a huge shift to reselling and the whole like all that stuff, which is interesting if you think about it. Then,
not in a good way, I wouldn't say. For the most part.
For you guys, no.
There was probably Verf. There was one year where I basically couldn't source hardly at all.
Oh, that must be stressful. Was that
stressful? It was, and then even the next year, man, like when things were kind of opened up again, people were still very hesitant. And then they had gotten out of, and then as you know, as time goes on too, the people that the average garage seller is more savvy and they're more internet. They're more, they have phones, they know about the internet more and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like, it does get harder and harder, but not one thing that doesn't change is it still requires effort and some amount of knowledge to actually buy and sell the stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
True.
And most people, they'll run into like an issue, like a scammer, or the post office damages some things and they end up losing money, or because they didn't pack it right or whatever, and they lose out a few times, and probably most people at that point will just quit.
Are scammers common on eBay nowadays?
No.
Okay.
No,
that's good.
They're not. It's common video fodder,
right?
Because it's common.
People love pain and misery.
Because you might get that impression that it is common, because you better believe it's not common, but if somebody scams me today, and whenever that video comes out, it's gonna be title, thumb, word nail. It's gonna be boom. I got scammed.
It reminds me of Pete's videos where the guys bring like fake watches or something. Like
exactly.
They blow up, man, like this crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. People
it's
love
content
the drama.
gold.
It's like the drama.
But it doesn't necessarily represent. I mean, it's real. It's real, but it doesn't represent the everyday, way things go.
It's not common.
That means like the platform security and stuff is good, and they took care of it.
I'm not going to say it doesn't. It also kind of depends, Verf, on what you sell. There are some categories that are higher scam category. Like if all you specialized in was used iPhones, your answer would be way different than the one I just gave.
More expensive items.
Yeah, and I don't know, and more and like easy to flip, desirable. That I don't. Some niches just attract scammers more than others.
That makes sense. Yeah,
and I tend to steer clear of those niches. So so some of that is like some self-fulfilling prophecy to some extent too, as far as scam. I try and stay out of their lane. They stay out of mine, kind of thing.
Yeah. And Ryan, do you still have an active eBay store?
I do. I actually
items and list stuff and.
Yeah, no, I do. A funny story actually this week.
Hey, can we? You want to show you? Can I show mine first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So this is what I want to show y'all though. So a couple weeks ago, we went to one of these estate sales, Verf, and one of the people that Candace had built in a relationship, and me too, but it was because of Candace. We ended up buying this. I think it's over 100-year-old train locomotive, and it's made of brass by Lionel, and we were able to pick this up for $100 from the estate sale.
That's crazy.
And I put that sucker up at auction, starting at basically $1,000, and we got one bid. And this is funny, Verf. Do you know when that bid came in? That bid came in 3 seconds left.
That's good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
But that's not the story though. Like that was a great flip, and we were very, very happy about it. I have never sold a brass train like that in my life. That was the first time we had ever done it. Very next day after I sold it, go ahead, Ryan, take it away.
So you asked me if I still sell on eBay. I sold that the next day.
What? Wait, is it the same brand or is it similar?
I don't think it's the same brand, but it's a brass train. I didn't quite get that much for it. I think I got 500 and something. It was on sale. But yeah, I sold it the very next day.
The same person bought that?
Like we checked. It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I did tell Ryan though, Verf. I told him that he owed me some money because it's wild because Ryan, you picked that train up a couple of years
ago.
So
I've had that train for at least two years, like I think 2.5 years, something like that.
Have you had like a lot of offers on it?
No. For some reason that one. So I don't know what happened, but years ago I bought this storage unit. There's a video on my channel about it, and it was filled with a collection of those trains, like tons of money. It was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy. I think I paid like $1,000 for the unit, and then all said and done, I think there was over 12 grand in trains in there. But anyway, I sold. Yeah, I sold through most of them, and for some reason that one never sold. A lot of them were like super rare, so they were hard to research on like what they were worth. So I think I just accidentally overpriced that one, and like it never sold, and like I kind of forgot I had it. And then it sold the day after.
That's crazy. What a coincidence.
Yeah. The man's got like, he's only got 100 items in his store. And and after a couple of years, that train happened to sell the day after mine did. And I'd never done it before. I woke up. Ryan wakes up earlier than me. And I woke up and I always check my phone when I wake up. I'm like, sort of damn brass train. And so I told him he owed me, because I speculate that it was probably someone that intended to bid on my train and they forgot about my auction, and they just bought Ryan's train as a
they went and bought mine
instead,
because it was cheaper,
right?
Well. And it was also train, and it was also brass.
That's right.
Hey, there you go. You guys helped each other directly. Yeah, that's cool.
But
so you have 100 items listed.
I do, yeah. Yep.
And Lonnie has like how many, like thousands, or what are we talking? No,
I've got right now we just went through a period of time where we had a lot of like little cheaper things,
small stuff
of the same niche, and we just bundled them up. Like, they've been in here a long time, and instead of like trying to sell them off for like, $5-10 a piece, we went ahead and just bundled them all up together and got them out of here. So our item count is down a little bit, and we're trying to deal with more expensive items now.
That's smart.
As much as we can, So
like less work, but you still make good profits, kind of deal, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly.
And like an argument could be made too that like the number of listed items doesn't really matter. What really matters is what you're selling.
Right.
So.
Right, because listed items are items that haven't sold.
Right.
Now, they could sell, they have potential, but they haven't actually sold. But yeah, I think we've only got like 1,370 items or something like that active right now. That's the lowest it's been in years. But yeah, I mean, we've been up as high. We've never been higher than about 2,200 items. And when I was doing this by myself, I probably averaged. Oh, I was a slacker though. I probably averaged about 500 to 600.
Okay.
But then if you're getting the good stuff, it's coming in and moving out immediately.
Right.
So if you're getting the really good stuff, your item count never goes up because it
sells the next day, basically. Like, yeah.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, you list way more. It just sells like really quickly, and then it's like not in the that makes sense.
Exactly. Like it's not always like it's hard to know how someone's doing just from looking at their active items. You know what I mean? I know people that have 5,000 active items and aren't making anywhere near the amount of money we're making, and then I know people that have a couple hundred. Like Pete doesn't have very many items in his store, I don't think, or he traditionally didn't, and he makes, I don't know, 30, 40, 50,000 a month. Way more.
He used to have somebody do the eBay stuff for him, right? I believe he like doesn't focus as much on that anymore, right?
I don't know. Well, he has his own platform too.
Right.
They have like District or something. It's another.
Man, there's
it's
so many ways to
live selling, right?
To do reselling, if you think about it. So many platforms and like ways to sell stuff. Pretty cool.
And also Pete has a brick and mortar store too.
Yeah.
He just sells in person. So
yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of that the specialty stuff though, he still has to sell it online. To get the top
market.
dollar.
The market isn't there in wherever he is in Chicago. Yeah, for sure.
Verf, did you know I have I have a RuneScape channel.
Yeah, I think you told me in the chat, but you never revealed it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to. It has
his secret channel.
Yeah, it has actually, Verf. Ryan. I have another channel that I had an idea for. This is how long it was, like 4 or 5 years ago. And I was like, man, because look, we have a burn pile. So like we have like sometimes when we have like a lot of sticks or leaves or boxes, things that burn easily.
Do you want to feature this on the show?
I'm not gonna show it. But like one of the things that I find satisfying to do sometimes is I'll bring the branches and and I'll light it on fire, just like in RuneScape, right? Fire making. That is a skill in RuneScape.
I record it.
And yeah, but it's so satisfying to me. I just love it. Like one time I took a clown. I had a clown that was like really not worth selling, and it was dirty and stuff. And it was made out of paper mache. Oh. And it wasn't really sellable. And I put that clown on the burn pile and I lit it on fire and I recorded it. And I made a whole YouTube channel for it. And I never did another one.
Did it get views?
I got one view. And I have one.
Me.
It's Ryan. And I have another chance. It was a butt. Well, I didn't follow through.
Yeah.
But it could have worked maybe. But the RuneScape channel that I made, I think it has 0 views. I don't think anybody's like, it's got like 3 videos on that I made a long time ago, and it's got 0 views.
That's rough.
And I'll never, and they're not good either. I'm never going to tell anybody about that channel. I have thought about making a go of trying to do some RuneScape content, but I don't know. I also kind of look at it like you do painting, as well.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could do it for fun, right? Do you have any other YouTube channels, Ryan?
I have Thrift Mine, and then I have a channel called Crazy Dreamers, which I don't really use much. I did upload a lot of like just lifestyle videos on there. I did a couple travel videos on there. We went to England a couple times, and I made videos, and they did all right. And then I started uploading like food, like shorts over there, but they didn't perform very well compared to like how they perform for me on TikTok, and I'm on Facebook now. So I stopped. I didn't really see a benefit of putting the stuff on YouTube. Really, I tried it for like a month or two, and it just didn't really take off. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So as far as YouTube, those are my only channels, and then this channel here. But this is me and Lonnie's.
Speaking of shorts, Lonnie had a crazy like big one. Like blow up, right? With like millions of views. Like a short of like you packing something, like a box resizer thing. Did you? That was out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, that's not like me at all, man. I'm used to like getting like 8,000 views or something on stuff,
How many views did that get? 5 million or something?
6. It's
6 million.
That's crazy. Yeah. That shows you how crazy shorts are nowadays, huh?
Yep.
Do you do short content much, Verf?
I think I've made like 5 or 6 or something.
That's it?
Yeah, they did well actually. Like 300k views, some of them I think they have. But like I feel like they don't do that much.
They don't.
Like you don't get that many subscribers from it. At least I didn't. You don't earn a lot from them, and like so. What's like the reason? Like I could make them, but I was also scared that it would like ruin like the video performances or something. Like you don't really have that data.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I was always kind of hesitant on them, but.
It's different now though, because they used to put the shorts in the same feed, sort of, I think.
Right. Yeah.
And now it's in like its own feed. So I don't feel like it would probably interfere with the long form. But you're in a spot where, I mean, are you how fast is your channel? Is your channel still growing quickly right now?
Like I feel like it's harder for me nowadays to get a viral, quote unquote, viral video. Like I get around the same views per video, and then sometimes I get like a big one because I do something special or I market it really well, I feel. So I feel like I have to work harder to get like a big video. It is growing because I also actively say in my videos, subscribe or like why not subscribe, something like that, which helps sometimes. So it is steadily growing, but it feels like it's getting harder and harder. Unless
What
I
do you
get a
get
lot
on
of
average? Like,
for
what, like a,
About
I think
for a
150,
video?
huh?
yeah, like
Yeah.
100 to 150, somewhere in that range, I would say on average.
Wow.
But last year, for example, I had a few videos that did like 300k, 200k, and one got into trending, and like at that point, it goes, the growth for that video,
Mm.
the channel growth is a bit better. I actually had something written down as well. I think I've heard Lonnie say a while ago, like it's hard for my channel to get a big video, right? Because you do the same stuff, you do like the packing stuff, and like you probably in your mind, it's probably really hard to get like a viral video, right, on your channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On that. Well, for me to get a viral, I'm gonna have to put that camera on and go to garage sales. That's the only way.
I really want to, man. I really want to see you do that again. I want to see what happens.
I'm gonna do it again. I will. You know what, Verf? I was already planning on doing it, but I will definitely do it.
And I know
Okay.
on what channel are you gonna upload it? On your Shed Flips channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You
Absolutely.
can get to 100k that way, on that channel.
Exactly.
I want to
Get that play button.
Yeah.
I want to. I'm rubbing, like, Ryan's got like 10 play buttons. You've got like
I have one.
oh, you don't have 2 yet?
No.
No. All these people I have beef with, they have their play buttons, and we have all these people on here with play buttons, and I don't have one, and I'll make one.
I noticed the other day when you uploaded your 180,000 logs video.
Yeah.
I noticed because after you put it out, I think I saw it a couple days after you uploaded it, and it already had 100,000 views.
That's pretty normal.
So like,
yeah.
That's normal. So like, how did that video rank out of 10?
Let me see real quick.
By the way, I think the thumbnail for that one is super strong. I really like that. I like the green.
I have the thumbnail designer, right? And lately I've been putting a lot of effort into thumbnails and titles because it's so important. The content in my video hasn't changed much over the years. I don't do crazy amount of editing or don't add too much fluff to it. I do the long grinds, that's kind of my selling point. But the titles and thumbnails I've improved a lot on in the last year, and I've seen massive results in terms of views and like growth, right? And the last video, for example, I basically went with a really simple thumbnail design, but it's just really clean and like it's just easy to look at. And then the title, I think, is what makes it like more clickable because the big number. I think, like in my experience, big numbers help a lot. Like I would, like for example, if I would do garage sale videos or something, and I would find something crazy that's worth a lot, like you would capitalize on that. Like I found this dollar amount something. I think those videos would do crazy. Let me see.
You know what? That's funny you say that about the big numbers because I'm going to show you something in a minute after you show that.
It's rank 4, close to 3. So yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. They're all pretty close to each other, to be honest. Like the rankings right now, the last videos. Yeah, big numbers is kind of like what I've seen works really well.
It really does.
So
even if
I capitalize on it.
Yeah, even if you have to. Well, in my case, even if you have to.
I think in your case, what I was gonna say and what I have written down, I think what I try to do when I make videos is every video I try to make them, like have them stand on its own, like have it be its own thing, because like back in the day, in my niche, people would do like I do a series, right? I play one thing, and I could put it. Back in the day, people put in the title episode number 20 or episode number 40, and then people would see that and they would think, no, I don't want to watch all of this. Like, it's too much time. So now I try to market my videos in a way where it's like a standalone thing. And I think you could do that for every niche. I think that's a really good thing to do. So, for example, I don't know, let's an example, for example. Let's say you have a crazy pulling day or like a lot of items sell, like more than normal. You could, like, for example, title that video like we sold this amount of things today and then it's unusual and something like that, and make it the videos be more like a standalone thing to maybe have it more viral potential, something like that.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, like for your videos, I think if something unusual happens in your day or like your work or whatever, you could capitalize on that and focus the video specifically on that like event or whatever. Because I remember one of your videos, you bought a crazy amount of something. I don't remember what it was, and you capitalized on that, and that video did really well on your channel.
That's actually what I was going to pull up. The one
Yeah.
you're talking about. So
Right.
you make a perfect you make a perfectly valid point. I'm writing down what you're saying, by the way.
Yeah. What was it you bought in that video?
I'm going to show you right now.
Show it.
I'm gonna, and I'll show you the analytics and everything. Let's see.
Because I love that type of stuff, like analyzing videos and see what works and what doesn't
Oh,
work.
okay.
Experiment a lot and just kind of see over the years what works and doesn't work. And I think you can apply it to other channels.
Totally.
Verf, you know what? I think you really uncovered. I appreciate what you said just now, because you really uncovered a mindset problem I have with YouTube, and that is I've been doing this for close to a decade.
Right.
And it really feels like whenever we make the videos, we're talking. I always picture that I'm talking to some friends that know me and watch all the videos. And I always like my target audience that I'm talking to when I'm talking to that camera. I assume they've watched every video I've ever made, and they know what I'm about. They know me. They know Candace. They know what we do. And that is not the correct approach to take at all.
Well, you don't have to change that, right? Because that's your brand kind of thing. But you could market your video itself to attract a broader audience, which you could do with the thumbnail and title. Because at the end of the day, you want people to click on it, just to click on your video. So you don't have to change your content. Like be yourself. It's great the way you do your videos. I think it's really enjoyable to watch. But you could like I said, like specifically focus on something or market that in a way where maybe more people are going to click on the video, or YouTube will push it.
Also known as clickbait.
Well,
all right. I know what you're saying though. Because we could actually film the same content, look for the story. Title thumb off of the story, and then maybe rearrange the way the content is presented to where it makes sense.
It's more work, but it has more potential for a viral video or something that's more interesting to a broader audience, instead of doing your daily routine and showing that. And then the title maybe isn't like something people would click on quickly because
I agree.
Multiple, exactly.
I agree 100%, and I'm glad you said it, and I wrote it down. I'm taking everything you said to heart. So this, I believe, this is the one.
What was this video called?
We sold 11,000.
Yeah, there you go. That's one. That's a perfect title. That's a clickable title.
See, and look what happened. I got Verf level views whenever I did Verf level stuff.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, no, the title's perfect. So
nobody.
You see where that video dropped off, right? Can you hold your mouse on like graph and see after how many days it stopped getting views? You can see that blue graph.
Sure. Yeah.
How many days is that?
It's about.
Okay. Wow. So for 44 days, that video kept getting views, and then it kind of dropped off. That's good. That's really good.
I'd say
YouTube pushed that video like crazy, basically from the start, and then at some point it drops off. That's normal, but yeah.
Do you feel like that's? Do you feel like that's deceptive? What I did there? Well, okay. So I said I sold 11,000 of these in one day. Okay. Well, what that really meant, it's some stuff. Actually, I bought it from Guy. All those stickers you see on the table there. Stickers, they're just stickers, okay?
Right.
And I figured out how many stickers were on each roll, and I figured out I had 11,000 of those stickers between all the rolls, and I made one listing to sell them all, and one person bought them all, and then, but no, all they did was buy the rolls of stickers, right?
Yeah,
just
that's
in
fine.
one box.
That's fine.
But then I say on YouTube, I come on there and I say I sold 11,000 of these. They're probably thinking I sold 11,000. You know what I mean?
No, I think that's just a smart way to title that. But so my question is, how did was that video received negative? Is my question.
No,
then
I
it's
don't
totally
think so.
fine. Then you did a perfect job. In this example, you did a perfect job, like, capitalizing on the situation and
Like,
making
what's the like-dislike ratio?
Yeah, was it like create like
Oh, good question.
that's like what
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Here it
oh,
is.
there we go. Oh, you can see it.
Wait, where? Oh, I got to go over. I'm on a small screen.
Dude,
Oh,
look at that. That's fine.
97%.
You did a perfect job. Like, there
yeah.
you go. I mean, this
Yeah.
is very repeatable. I think.
Yep.
When the
Yeah.
situation is there, of course, like you don't want to make
Right.
every video. Like you can do that for every video,
Mhm.
right? But I
Sure.
remember another video. Let me actually look this up. I remember a different one you did where you
Okay.
bought a lot of something and you showed it. You had like a full table full of something. I don't. Let me look it up. I think it was one of your most popular videos as well. That's one that's really stick with me. Let me see.
Verf, I appreciate you doing this for me.
Let me look
I
this
really
up.
do. This is very
And
very
I'll-
cool.
Oh yeah, I found it.
Really
Okay.
good advice.
We cornered the market. On
Oh yeah.
on Crown Royal bags.
Right.
That thumbnail is so good. Like that's such a good thumbnail.
Well, Verf, are you sharing the screen right now, Ryan?
Yeah.
Wait, let me
Okay.
link I can link.
Do you see Verf? Can you see on the screen?
1 sec. Huh? Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see how many times I came back to that?
Oh wait, that's like refinements.
That's 4 different videos, 4 different times.
Oh wow.
4 different times that we made those kinds of buys.
Use the same title.
And I went with the
So
same
how,
concept.
did the other videos do well too?
I'm opening. I'm
I
going to
think
show
that
you
the bottom one is just has the strongest thumbnail.
that. I think that's the first one we did.
I think that thumbnail is just the most clickable, like mobile too, because you can kind of see what's going. Like the other ones are kind of harder to see.
The color too. The purple really pops.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's more like, and you have to remember. I don't know what percentage of people watch your videos on the phone, but nowadays, like almost half of the people watch stuff on the phones. Like they see these kind of thumbnails sometimes on their phone. So you have to kind of think like, how does that look on the phone? And I think the bottom one looks great on the phone. For example.
You know what's funny? Yeah, you mentioned that. Over, I think, right at 50%, or might be even be a little higher, of my viewers watch my channel on TV.
Yeah, no, that's another.
Isn't that crazy?
So, yeah, for TV. I think for TV, it's important that your videos are long. That's a whole different thing, because they don't want to like constantly switch different videos.
You know what's funny? Pete said the same thing.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember him saying that. Yeah, it makes sense because like, I mean, if you watch something on TV, like a show on Netflix or something, you also watch something for like 40 minutes or whatever, right?
Absolutely.
People kind of treat YouTube as like a show or whatever, or something they sit back and enjoy and watch. So, but yeah, this example, that one with like the bags, that's like a really good example of a single viral potential video, and you could repeat that in a lot of different ways or, methods or what.
Well, this one got 9,400. I kind of did it to death a little bit. Oh, this was a good one. This one was crazy. I don't know if it did well or not. It didn't do that great. That's the time when we filled the shed with like over 200 nutcrackers. Like, hang on, look. Look, those are all German nutcrackers.
Your screen isn't showing.
I don't see.
Oh, it's not?
Here.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me
And like, for example, the one where we sold 11,000 of these, you could also change that number into like a dollar amount or something. Like that might be very clickable too. Like this is worth, I don't know, like 5,000 total, or like surprise, something like that. I feel like that could also work really well because then you have a big number. It's probably a lot easier to come up with a big number for a video if you have the dollar amount, for example, instead of the item amount. Right. There's some random things I can think of, like.
Oh no, this is awesome.
Oh my god, look at that.
Can you see it? Now that's just one side. We had it, look, the other bench, 100% full. We have boxes all the way down both aisles.
So if you make a thumbnail, like a really clean thumbnail of like all of these lined up, and like actually think about it beforehand when you upload the video, like, oh, I'm gonna focus specifically on this lot of items and make a really clean looking thumbnail, right, with a cool title.
Yep.
You have a potential viral video there, I think. And then it's suddenly your daily videos turn into like a standalone thing that could like pop off out of nowhere, I think.
No, you're right.
And you're still doing your thing in the video. Like you don't have to change anything there. you can maybe like have a section where you talk about it and how you got it and stuff. But like, I think it's something
Titles
that
and thumbs really are everything. They really are.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good. This is a nice looking thumb here. I think that's good. So yeah, no, that's great. Verf, I really appreciate that feedback, man. You're absolutely right. I needed to hear that.
And I think that's also kind of what happened on the garage sale videos a lot, because a lot of times I saw that people picked a moment from that, or like something that happened on that specific sale, or a person did something and you capitalize on that in the title and thumbnail, and it's kind of the same concept. And
That's
then you
easy.
watch the whole video to see where it happens and what happened, or because you got curious. It's kind of a little simple.
Usually you'd strategically place that at the end.
At the end,
you know.
To get the higher watch time.
Yeah. Garage sale content. That's one thing I do remember from making that. That was so easy to title and thumb those, because like it was clear cut. Like the moment from that video, it just slapped you in the face. It was so obvious what it should be.
And probably it's more likely that something interesting happens on those days or videos or moments or sales or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
The truth is, though, is that like with some exceptions, most of our days in here are usually like every other day.
Yeah, that's probably more tricky to. You can't come up with something crazy like every day, right? Like that's.
No, but
I would sourcing, maybe.
I would love Verf. My dream, because I don't ever want to quit doing this. My dream would be to actually make one video a week.
Oh,
but I've kind of fell into this thing where I'm doing videos every day, or not every day. Actually, now we've kind of changed the.
I have another great idea for you.
Let me hear it. I'm gonna write it down.
What if you do a video where you, kind of gather all the things you sourced in 1 week, right, and make one video about that? Like you show all the things you sourced from 1 week and kind of show the results and potential profits, kind of maybe something like that, and focus.
And you could add up all of the
potential
money
value
that you spent, or a potential value.
Yeah,
this is worth big number, or we spent big number.
Yeah,
we
sourced $8,000 worth of items in 1 week, something like that, and then show like something.
You know what I've always wanted to do, and actually the way you produce your videos, you could pull something like this off, because you must jot down timestamps and things all the time, right? Like, because you have three games going, and you have things that happen that you think are important to include in the video, right?
Yeah, so I capitalize on the big numbers. That's kind of my specialty, and I've noticed over the years that that's what gets a lot of views. So, for example, like probably next month, I'm going to upload a video where I've killed 700,000 of one NPC, one monster, and I know that number. I'm going to put that in the title. So I'm going to use that number for the title, because I think the big number will click. So that's kind of like how I think about it beforehand. Like, can I use a big number or a big hour amount, or kind of use that in a way where it's like interesting? Because at the end of the day, I'm just doing one thing in a game. Like, it might not be that interesting, and I'm sometimes showing the same thing in those videos. But if I market it well, then a lot of people click on it sometimes.
Right. Wow.
So you guys could do the same, I think.
Well, the big numbers are easier to do in the digital realm than they are in the the real world. But yeah, I agree. I'm not like, but I mean, I agree with you.
You could be all kinds of things. Like, you could have like a top selling day or a top listing day or anything like that. Like, you could use that as a title and kind of focus on that. It doesn't have to be like a crazy big number. It could be all kinds of things.
Could be relative to other, like, here, big numbers. That's the first thing on the list right here.
Big numbers.
Think big numbers hit, right? Like, that's in general.
They do.
So if you have the opportunity, then maybe you could market it that way.
Absolutely. I'm picking up some stuff I want to use.
That was some great advice, Verf. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, I thought about that the other day, because I remember those specific videos. I watched those and I was like, wow, this is like one concept. This video is like one concept. So one story, like how you got it, and like you what you're gonna maybe sell it for and stuff like that.
It's also we kind of fall into routine and things get, same and lazy, predictable, use all these words. And yeah, so
But there's still a lot of people. There's still a lot of people that enjoy it and watch it and sit back and, like you said, kind of comfort watch it, right? So it's not a bad thing.
Oh well,
It's
no,
just,
that's
it's
not.
just harder. It's just harder to get new people to subscribe and get into the videos. Yeah, that's probably what you want as a YouTuber. Like your goal is to, grow, right? So
right,
get
it's
new
just
people in
harder
there.
when you. Yeah, it's just harder because the marketing is so important nowadays on YouTube. So
I'm not good. I'm not good at selling myself.
No, I think like the way you do your videos is fine, like how you present everything. It's just maybe you have to think more about like how do I market the video.
Mm-hmm.
That's and that takes effort. Like I've even run my ideas through ChatGPT, for example. Like I make a thumbnail, right? I have the thumbnail already, and I'm not 100% sure, like, oh, what title is good? And I ask ChatGPT, like, do you like this title with this thumbnail? Something like that. And then sometimes you get great ideas, inspiration.
Yep.
It's like the question is how much effort do you want to, and time do you want to put into your thumbnails and titles? Kind of, that's like,
That is the question. And that's really the difference between Ryan and I. And always has been.
Oh, do you put a lot of time into it?
A ton. When I was doing YouTube, I put a lot of time into my titles and thumbs.
You probably saw good results because of that too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
My thumbnails were very rarely just a screen grab of a scene in the video. Very rarely.
Go to.
They but
right?
The thing is, a lot of times they looked like they were screen grabs from the video, but they weren't. They were actually manufactured by me. By using,
Jackpot of a lifetime found.
Yeah.
Good titles, yeah. The caps lock.
That was my biggest video, I think.
Wait, so those thumbnails are not. They're not.
I would have to see the specific ones. Jackpot of a Lifetime. I think that one was a screen grab with just text.
Yeah.
But
I think
most of them were
good. Like the titles already engaging, I think, for those.
Yeah.
It kind of made you added that mystery to the, like, if you see the video with the thumbnail, then the title, you kind of have to click it to find out what's going on, and that's like something that works too. Like you kind of add that mystery. You don't spoil everything in the title and thumbnail.
Right.
That's also a thing that helps.
I played around a lot with like colors and like brightness and all that. It's got to pop. It's really important.
Dude, there's a guy in one of these videos that looks like you. Almost.
Me?
No, I'm sorry. I'm Ryan.
What video?
Hang on, I'm gonna share it with you real quick. It looks just like you. Here, I think it's this one. There. You getting that?
Let's see.
Yep.
Okay. Look at this dude right here.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? Okay, it doesn't look as much like you now, but when I first saw it, I was like shit, that's Ryan.
Oh, you can see where people are like scrolling to too, because that's most watched there. That's where the moments happen, the crazy stuff happens, or the sales happen, or like.
How many views did that one get? I don't even remember.
Probably a lot because that's 4.5 likes.
124.
4K.
It got Verf views. Something happened here. I don't know what happened.
The difference is like he probably doesn't spend 300 hours making this video.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I put a lot of time into that channel.
Ryan, if you had kept there was a time where I was really pushing Ryan to quit his job. I didn't understand at the time because if I feel like if Ryan, if it wasn't a family business and it was a job,
I'd be a YouTuber probably.
Ryan would have quit his job. It was more loyalty to family than loyalty to job. I'm just saying. I've never said that to you before.
That's pretty accurate.
I would tell Ryan a couple times a month. I'd be like, dude, you need to quit your job. You need to do this full time. Because he was so skilled at it and so he enjoyed it so much. And I really feel like that channel, dude, if you would have kept going and you would have never stopped, that channel might have 1 million subs right now.
I think so.
It's kind of like Froggy Flips, where he kept making those garage sale videos, and he kept growing and growing, and then it snowballs, and yeah, it goes faster and faster, right? If you get those views.
Froggy Flips changed though, because when he first like when I actually knew him, he was a reseller like me.
Yeah.
But when what really got popular for him is not when he was reselling it, but when he was buying it to collect.
Oh.
Yeah,
people and showing it, I guess. I mean, he still, from what I can see, he still goes to like garage sales and stuff and shows the stuff, I guess.
He does the whole thing, except for the selling it part.
Yeah.
Dude, what if I positioned my channel as I'm a collector, and I wore like a nice suit and tie, right? And I'm this distinguished collector, and I walk in with
I'm gonna miss you walk to the shelves and grab the items from the shelves. Nah, those videos wouldn't be the same.
I never talk about selling it. Now I just showed, like, I'm adding this to.
You just change the channel to shed stuff or something.
Shed
stuff shed.
And then where's that stuff at, Lonnie? Where did that other stuff go? I have archives. I have buildings where I keep my archives. This is what I just want to present today.
It's in warehouse A.
Storage units.
Because that was the big difference for Froggy. He went from, like, man, when he was doing the kind of like buying and selling content, he wasn't doing all that great.
His basically his YouTube got so big that that's his job now, basically. Well, from what it looks like, he turned like the videos into the job, basically.
he's collecting now.
Yeah,
that, like, he went from reseller to collector, and that's when he because a lot of people get turned off by profit motive, and like they feel like it's greed, and it feels a lot more pure to the audience. And joyful and just happy, like whenever he's like, yes, I bought this to add to my collection. That's awesome.
Yeah. Instead of, I bought it to resell it for like $200 profit or something.
Yeah, it's more wholesome, feel good.
Because end of day, a lot of times, not all the time, because we deal with a lot of people that know what we're doing. A lot of times we're making money. Why? But off of people's ignorance.
Right.
Because they weren't smart enough. And that
but a lot of people forget that it takes a lot of time to make that money. You pay taxes, you do this, you do, like, it's a lot of time.
List it, ship it. Yeah.
It does, but it doesn't change the base emotional response to it.
For sure.
But that it's not as pure. It's a guy, like, it's profit is
people never think of all the logistics. It's always just, he's buying it for this cheap price and ripping this person off and selling it for more. That's what they see.
I remember Lonnie made this video where he opened CDs and he found like $200 into one of these CDs. And like I saw a bunch of people say like, "Oh, you should return it." If I was you, I would have gone back to that garage sale and returned his money. And then I was thinking, like, every time you bought something that you thought would work, you would come home and it didn't work. Like, you wouldn't go back to that place and say like, "Oh, this didn't work. Can I get my money back?" Right?
And you know what? That was part of my justification, Verf, because like you say, like, I bought a Bose radio that I tested at the garage sale and it worked fine. I paid $50 for it because I thought I could sell it for like about 170. I get it home, and all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore. And it's like, those kind of, and I buy stuff all the time that never worked to begin with because I didn't test it when I bought it. I never bring that stuff back. I never have gone back. Ever. But I do, to be honest, I do wish, in retrospect, I should have brought the CDs back because I wasn't buying. I do feel bad about that. I regret that because I wasn't buying the cash. I was buying CDs and the cash was there. And whenever, like, if I would have, and this is how I know that I did the wrong thing there. Verf, if I'm walking behind you, like spying on you or stalking you, say, and Verf's like, where are you going? And you drop, and I see you drop your wallet.
Right.
It's not fair play for me to keep your wallet.
Oh, of course not.
It's a mistake. You didn't mean to drop your wallet any more than those people meant to leave $200 in a CD case.
True.
Yeah.
You know, I have regrets about some things that I've done in this business. I do. And I just try and like adjust my behavior and move on, you know, and try and be better and more fair and still
we all make mistakes and learn, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Have beefs come, beefs go, right?
Nobody wants to be for the thumbnails and the titles.
Right.
Hey, look, you know, we can get a beef going with Verf. It'd be a hard beef to pull off, but like
stupid RuneScape game and like
no, that's not how. Like, hey Verf, what kind of video you working on right now? Oh, Lonnie, I'm gonna kill 1 million whatevers, right? And then I'm like, ha ha ha, and I start doing the same thing, right? And then you drop your video. I killed 1 million whatevers, and then an hour later I drop mine. I killed 1 million and one of those things.
Oh. but the difference is you didn't actually do it.
Well, what if I did though?
I wish you good luck.
I know I wasn't going to do that. Whoever did that would earn it, right, Verf?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, this was fun. This was a fun one.
Yeah.
Ryan.
What?
Do you want this to go 12 hours?
I mean,
Verf said
it would be good. It would be good for the title.
I know.
Right? Like we were just talking about 12-hour.
Trying to break the longest podcast record or whatever.
Right.
Actually, that would be the most Verf thing ever, right? Verf said big numbers, so we kept him here for 12 hours.
Oh man, I'll be very.
I can't go to sleep yet.
I'll be very tired.
Verf, man, it's been a real pleasure talking with
thanks
you.
for having me.
And
thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man.
Really appreciate it.
Honestly, man, I had no like we've talked in comments like just in passing, but nothing in depth.
No.
I genuinely had zero clue if you were going to be willing to do this or not.
Yeah, why not?
Well, why not?
Hey, I'm a fan of you guys, technically, right? So, like, it's fun to talk to you guys. It's like, why not?
We didn't know if you really were or not. I guess we found out.
Yeah, no, I've watched your videos.
So yeah, man, this was a big deal. We don't even have 3,000 subs on this little channel.
Yeah.
And
do you guys want me to share this podcast with some of my viewers, or
I'm not going to ask you to do that. If you want to,
they might like Discord. I can like share it with like some of my like closer people. Yeah, I can totally do that.
If you want to, that's great. If you don't, that's cool too, man.
I always share like the podcast I go on, like, you know, people might want to see it. So,
but I don't want you to think that was part of it. Like we wanted to talk to you. But we're not trying to tap into your audience or anything like that. We're not like, I don't want you to feel like we're trying to, you know.
No, I was thinking, right, like, do your viewers appreciate it because I'm like a completely different niche, and like, would they be interested in it, you know? So that's like, I was wondering that, but I think people that are into like the subjects and like YouTube and stuff will probably enjoy it, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
we covered a lot of good topics here.
You guys could put like timestamps even in podcasts, right? So like could help because like some people might not be interested in everything, but if you put timestamps, they could skip to like certain parts, and then maybe the average watch time is higher. I don't know, but like I've seen people do that. It's kind of nice.
We may even start making a few shorts here and there to try and attract some. Yeah, because shorts do bring new people to your channel. They do.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, this is an infant channel here that we're dealing with. This is a baby. You know, we only get we get anywhere from 1,300 to I think our highest
6,000 maybe.
Podcasts are different though. Podcasts don't work.
Yeah, it's hard. There's also so many people doing podcasts right nowadays. Yeah, but like I would say just experiment, right? Just try things. Yeah.
Our end goal with this though, we want to bring in big channels. We want to bring in little channels to give them exposure. We want to bring you in. You'll help us. we're not. We don't really have anything to offer you from where we're at. Right?
I don't know about. They're just having a conversation about YouTube and like all kinds of topics. Like you pick up things from each other.
Right, but I mean, just like it's like a transactional type thing. You know, like we're not going to bring.
But like I was really curious about some more in-depth information directly from you guys about reselling and like your thought process and stuff. So yeah, no.
But wait, I'm trying to remember what I was. Man, my memory has been really bad. I'm trying to remember where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did a brain dump there.
So is your goal for the viewers with these spot like? Okay, now go ahead.
You jogged it. You tapped right into it. So no, what the goal here? You've seen that it's been resellers, right? Resellers. Ultimately, slowly, like boiling a frog that doesn't know he's being boiled. We want this podcast to be an anything podcast. We intentionally didn't title this. Well, we didn't even really name the channel, I guess, really. There's a reason we're not branding this channel about reselling. It's because we hope to escape the gravity of the reselling world at some point.
It's like you guys can talk about your niche and then talk to other people that are maybe specialized in something else and kind of learn from each other.
Exactly, like we're doing right here.
Yeah, right here. It's cool. Yeah. No, that's a great idea.
Yep.
It'd be really interested to learn about different things.
Yeah,
exactly.
So we brought you in, which we were fortunate. We had some, not really, I guess not a standard relationship, but we had some method to like reach out to you. It wasn't like weird or anything. We're going to do that as much as possible, and we're going to get a whole bunch of no's, and every now and then we hope we get a yes. You know?
Yeah, I think like a lot of bigger channels, probably you approach them via like a business email of some kind. I feel like you could just go and send those emails to those people and then contact them that way, or try to get in contact. You know,
worst they can say is no or ignore us. You know.
I know, like I know in the RuneScape community, like a lot of people are pretty open for this type of stuff. So
it's very cool.
I think in other gaming communities or other communities, I'm sure like if the people have time, they'd be willing to come on and have a chat and have fun, unless they aren't comfortable doing it. But you know,
right? Ooh, you're good luck, Verf.
What happened? Did you sell something?
I did. Yeah. Look at that. Sold a $300 Civil War chess set.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Into that one, I paid $50. I was gonna just add it to the collection, but I forgot I already had one, so I sold my extra one.
I remember. It's funny. I remember a while ago you were into chess and you were playing it like in your videos. I was like seeing a screen, and around that same time I also got into chess and I played it for a few months. So that was pretty interesting. But I stopped playing because it was way too time consuming.
You know why I stopped playing? Because it's like, okay, we're human beings and we have special characteristics that we can do things that machines and computers can't do by virtue of us having souls and being humans and having brains. We'll never beat a computer.
Never.
Right.
You know, and I don't know.
That's why I started playing.
Yeah. And I just
that's so funny.
I felt like, you know, like your painting that you do. That's a human thing. That's a very human activity. And whereas chess just started feeling so like.
But there are people that make digital art that is really good too, and like, you know. I feel like maybe traditional painting isn't as common anymore compared to like digital art nowadays.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like I think like with the chess stuff, like people could also cheat really easily, right? Because they can use like programs or whatever.
They have been a lot. Right. And it's funny you brought that up because in a local Facebook group, someone said, "Hey, is there a chess club here in town, or do I have to drive to Baton Rouge, which is a neighboring city?" And man, I replied to it. That's what I would do. I would love to play chess in person.
Right.
I'm not interested in playing on the computer anymore.
Makes sense. Yeah.
What's your favorite opening?
I used to play Italian
Ah, you play Italian?
Italian opening. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I did a bit of the London as well, but yeah, Italian was my favorite.
Okay. Huh. In there? Oh, you know what? You know what I used to play for fun? The Danish Gambit. You ever play that?
No, that sounds very specific.
You get you give up 2 pawns early on to.
Those are scary. Those openings, those are very attack oriented.
Yeah, and there's lots of action, and there's no. You never get the material advantage back. All you're going for is space and time advantage, and then once you get that, you gotta go for the throat fast.
No, my style was like slow. What is it called? Like positional play.
Positional, yeah.
Improve my position. Be very slow, and then slowly chip down, and slowly there's no escape anymore, and kind of win like that.
Wow.
Wait until they blunder or make a mistake, and kind of like that.
With white, I usually like to play the Rui Lopez, and with black pieces, I usually like to play the Sicilian defense.
That's good openings.
Yeah, Sicilian defense is a pretty sharp line too. It's sharp.
Mm-hmm. What was your elo on chess?
Oh, I never. Oh, and chess.com. Oh, it wasn't that high. It was like maybe a max of like 1,700 or something, and I was never that great.
That's pretty good. 1,700.
Yeah, but I mean, the guys that are really good, they're obvious. I mean, I don't consider somebody really good until it's like around 1,900, 2,000. That's when it gets serious.
That's when you can start getting like international titles and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope we can get, man, if a chess club pops up here local, I'm joining. I would love.
There's nothing close to you.
I don't. Not that I know of. Not that. Y'all probably have chess all over the place where you're at, huh?
I think so. Like local clubs, probably smaller like places where you can play. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I never really get into chess.
Yeah.
I tried to play chess with Ryan for a little while.
You kicked my butt bad every time.
That wasn't the point. I mean,
I was just messing around too. Like I wasn't trying to be good. So
a lot of people know what all the pieces do, but they don't really put too much thought in it. Basically,
right?
Just for fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Verf, you know what? You're gonna get credit for the longest episode ever right here.
3 hours.
Let's go.
This is nothing.
It'll be a little less probably.
This is nothing for Verf though. 3 hours.
No.
It's child's play.
You just burnt 180,000 logs for 3 months straight.
I've been playing RuneScape during all of this. No XP.
Oh. Wait, have you been?
Yeah.
Wow.
How many?
That's impressive. I had no idea.
How many games do you? How many accounts are you?
Just one. Yeah, no more. I just won a character right now, but I was just doing I find it really hard to do nothing. I guess when I'm on the computer. I guess I'm talking right, but I always want to do something. I guess.
Me too.
So I'm just working on one of my accounts. It's not very active, but yeah. I was thinking should I play during the podcast? I always do that, so why not?
Did you ever play poker? Did you ever play poker before?
I think a few, not with some friends in the past, but
okay. Because I remember back in the day, I used to play online poker when it was a thing. I haven't played in a long, long time. Yeah. And man, some of those guys, there were some people that would play 24 screens at once.
What? No,
yeah,
that's too many.
Oh, yeah. Some of them were pulling it off.
Wow.
Sounds like a headache.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everybody else was that bad that you didn't have to play that good.
Well, yeah.
Basic poker and
competitive poker is crazy. I've seen some YouTube videos about it. I watch so much stuff. When I'm playing RuneScape, I like to sometimes just get into a topic and just go crazy and just watch a lot of videos. I just pass the time and like learn stuff, I guess. And that's how I got into reselling at one point. I just randomly found one of those videos, and now I just watch it, I guess. And like there's a couple of topics like that I'm just into because it's just interesting to watch while I play. You know, mostly stuff I learn something about. Yeah.
So you find it really hard to just only play RuneScape, right?
I never do that. Never. I watch like chess content, reselling content, some science channels, just really random, like a lot of different stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I do too. I watch a lot. I watch a lot of chess content too, especially when there's a lot of cheating going on. And Magnus and Hikaru. Who was that guy that's
Hans Niemann?
Yeah.
That was a lot of crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
Magnus.
That's a
Mr.
name,
Late. Huh? He's late for like every
oh yeah,
match.
Yeah. People like.
Where's he from? Is he Dutch?
He's from, no, he's from Norway, I believe.
Oh, Norway.
Magnus? Yeah, Magnus is from Norway, I believe.
Yeah. To an American, that's the same thing. It really, like, honestly.
Have you guys ever heard of the game Geoguessr?
Yes.
So that's actually a game I've put in hundreds of hours and I played a lot and actually made a YouTube channel for that.
Is that the what's the big creator that does that?
Rainbolt.
Yes, Rainbolt. Yeah. That dude's a legend.
That game. I was into that game for a long time. I got pretty good at it too.
So
really,
okay. So you were able to look at like a scene and then figure out where in the world it was.
Yep. I can still do that probably. Like if you open a game and you load me into a place, I can tell you where you are. Yeah, I still know how to do that.
Does it give you hints as you go? I don't really know that.
Like you kind of just learn. Like at some point I learned what every language looks like, for example, and I learned what side of the road does every country drive on. You kind of just memorize that stuff, and then at some point you kind of this plus this plus this is this country. You know,
becomes a logic puzzle.
Like in Sri Lanka, for example, random example. There's an island called Sri Lanka, and I have a specific language with like kind of look like circles. And they drive on the left, so if you see that, you instantly know, like, oh, I'm there. And then there's also things like, you know, the Google car that they drive around with. There's specific cars that you can see if you look down. Like it has like kind of like a roof rack, for example. And it's only they only use that specific Google car in like 2 countries, for example. So then you know these 2. It goes really deep. Yeah, that's some of the things that you learn. And like signs, you know, like bollards along the road, that type of stuff. And then like one way I use for America and Canada, in US they use miles, and in Canada they use kilometers, right? So that's how I like, you know, different that kind of stuff. And then you just a lot of that stuff together.
Yeah, you make it sound like, oh, you just have to know this, and but it's basically you have to know everything about the whole world, basically, is what you're saying.
It's easy. No big deal.
Look, if you play RuneScape all day, you have a lot of time, right?
True.
RuneScape is a game. It's easy to play while also doing something else. So, like, you know, I just started learning that stuff for fun and, like, to get good at the game, for example.
I learned everything in the world.
Yeah, like driving sites, languages, science. Yeah, pretty much.
That's so funny.
That's interesting because today I learned that Holland wasn't a country. No, man, like all those all the Nordic countries. I don't know anything. Do you wear wooden shoes? Is that something y'all do?
Wooden shoes?
Wait, is that Holland?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Dutch?
Yeah, we're talking about those, like, it's called klompen. It's like a typical, like, a Dutch thing that, no, right. I don't wear those. They don't sound very comfortable. I think they probably used that back in the day. I know what you're talking about.
So that's not a
That's what Americans anymore? That's what Americans think of when they think of Dutch.
Yeah, they probably think of cheese, wheat, and, like, those shoes or something.
Yep.
Flowers. And windmills.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to show out your window to show us your windmill.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It's flat everywhere, but I don't have windmills outside of our window, and fields.
Do you live in a house or an apartment? Like what kind of, or a flat?
So
Or whatever
me and my wife actually bought a house recently, and it's
okay.
being worked on. It's almost done. We used to live in apartments before. In like the previous years, we had we lived in 2 different apartments. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And do you, what kind of car do you drive? That's the last question I'll ask.
It's nothing special. It's a Volkswagen Up.
A
Do you guys know
Volkswagen?
that? Yeah, Volkswagen Up. It's called.
Wait.
It's a small-
You were saying the name of it. What is it called?
Yeah. The car. It's Volkswagen. What Ryan was saying, and then it's called it's Up. It's a really
Volkswagen
small
Up.
car. Yeah, it's a
I
really
don't-
small car.
I don't think
I
we
think
have.
yeah, you guys have way different cars in here too. Like I feel
We
like
have
everyone-
We have Volkswagens, but we don't. I don't
Like you
think I've
guys
ever heard of
drive
them.
way bigger cars. I feel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like trucks
Oh, yeah.
and stuff. Like yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we have a lot.
Yeah,
more
we don't
smaller
have the
cars, I guess.
compact cars.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah.
any crazy. We don't have any crazy car yet. I don't really use the car. My wife uses the car to go to work every day, but I don't really use the car that much. So
You might go a couple of weeks at a time without leaving the house, huh?
it's not that bad.
No.
And I have a wife. We do stuff together. You know, it's not like I don't. You know, a lot of
Right.
a lot of viewers always like some viewers think like gaming all day, sit in your house all day, never leave it. People always joke about it, but no, I have a pretty normal life besides from playing a video game all day.
You know why I think people think that? I think a lot of video game content creators don't have a normal life.
Right.
And-
Yeah, there's definitely some of those.
You know,
Like no, yeah, like maybe no education or partner or whatever, or yeah, maybe there's some of those for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for having me on. It was great
Absolutely.
talking to you.
Absolutely,
Really
man.
appreciate it.
It was really cool to like actually talk to you guys after watching the videos for so long too.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too. You too.
Yeah.
So Verf officially holds the longest episode on the pod. Yeah. He gets the
Here you go, Verf. I have an idea
Okay.
for on our way out. We've been asking this a lot. This is a little different. Who would you like to see us invite? I mean, we may or may not get them, but can you give me a few ideas for people that we can invite to the pod, whether we can get them or not? I mean, if they have to be somewhat maybe attainable, hopefully.
Like any genre or like
Yeah, who would?
anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
I actually knew you guys were gonna ask this, and I was already having trouble like thinking of someone because I could recommend like someone from RuneScape, but
I don't know if we should do another RuneScape.
no, I don't think you guys should. You guys should
No.
like because you mentioned you want to focus on different genres and
Yeah.
stuff.
Or
let me
it
think
could
of-
even be a reseller if you watch other resellers that we haven't done.
Have
and
you
you
guys
would
had
like-
Froggy Flips on?
Oh, that's it. You know what? We have.
That is a good one.
There you go.
That is.
Yeah. Go for
You've
it.
mentioned him several times, so that would make sense.
Yeah, guys can get into like the his whole chains and stuff, and yeah, I would be interested to see that. Yeah. Okay, that's
If-
my recommendation.
If we
he
can
wants
get
to.
him.
Yeah,
He-
if he wants to.
Exactly. I don't.
Yeah.
You would never know. We haven't been told no that often yet so far.
There you
Actually,
go.
have we been told no?
I don't think we have.
There you
No,
go.
not yet.
We're not
Fingers
asking the right
crossed.
people.
People are usually very open for this stuff. It's just
Yeah.
fun to hang out, to have a conversation. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I
It is.
appreciate it. It was fun.
Yeah.
I've learned some
Thanks.
stuff.
Yeah. Thanks a bunch for joining us, Verf. And
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you. It was fun.
See you, everybody.
Have a
All right,
great
bye,
day.
y'all.
Bye bye.